Yeah. To the Musela, baby. Drip, drip.
Show mercy on it.
आओ दुनिया दा कम बदनाम करे सोनिए जट जो भी करे शरेआम करे सोनिए फे मेरे बेड ते आराम करे सोनिए पैसा डिगे बैंका च अलार्म करे सोनिए आओ जी क्लास जीटी रोड जाम करे सोनिए सड़कां ते घूमे सुबह शाम करे सोनिए लंगा जिथों जनता सलाम करे सोनिए टीज करे रन्ना ना कलाम करे सोनिए हार्ड वर्क लकता हराम करे सोनिए नोली ने शट ना गराम करे सोनी मैनू सब नालों महंगा मेरा दाम करे सोनीए इंडस्ट्री च कद जिमें पाम करे सोनीए होए ना किसे तो जेड़े काम करे सोनीए बड़े बड़े खासा नू भी आम करे सोनीए मथे ते नसीब मेरा जाम करे सोनीए कदे कदे खावा मैनू काम करे सोनीए रोल मॉडल डैड रब राम करे सोनीए रकड़ ब्रेक जिमें टाम करे सोनीए राते मेरे वीक ना अंजाम करे सोनिए मैनू इंस्पायर मेरी माम करे सोनिए आओ यंग एज गोट ए अवाम करे सोनिए प्राउड बैक होम मूसा गाम करे सोनिए सिद्धू हुण वड्डे ताम जाम करे सोनिए गोली चली वांगू साउंड नाम करे सोनिए
I see ya, dimes and tequila. Can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
What's going on, chat? Welcome to the first ever All Sauce Team Saucy Sundaze edition. So excited to have you guys with us. Did you guys like that intro? These motherfuckers over here were texting me this morning like, boys, this is the intro vibes today. And I was like, all right, let me get in the fucking lab. Excited to have you guys with us today. Welcome to the first ever All Sauce Team on Sundays. My name is Sweatpant Jesus.
My name is Vsauce. We're sauced up.
V's got.
I'm just sick.
In the stash,
Just
bro.
saw that.
You just saw that. Yeah.
Oh, man. Excited to have you guys with us today. We are going to go all through this beautiful NBA slate on this beautiful Sunday. Obviously, no Gridiron Gang today because there's no football. Only one more football game left in the NFL season next Sunday. What a background. Let's go, Shaggy. Let's go. Is that a beard? Absolutely. Absolutely. We were all talking this morning and we were like, it's time to get fucking saucy today, boys. So we're excited to have you guys with us. We will be live next Sunday. We will be doing this show more often on Sunday, so you guys know as we get through the rest of the NBA season. But next Sunday, we will have Gridiron Gang in honor of the Super Bowl. So, but if you like what you're seeing, give us a follow. If you guys are watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on Twitter, if you're watching us on YouTube, wherever you're watching us, just give us one of these guys. If you guys appreciate the channel, appreciate the content. We love hanging out with you guys every single day. This is brought to you by Betting News. Go to bettingnews.com for a little bit of sports betting information every single day. We got a great team of awesome sports cappers for you guys to get involved, bringing the vibes and bringing the winners every single day. So go get involved with us over at bettingnews.com. Click the QR code in the top corner of the screen or just do the old in the URL so you guys know the deal. Super excited to be kicking it with these two gents today. We also have a very special guest who will be popping in and hanging out with us for the rest of the show today. He's not here yet, but he will be here momentarily. Chef T will be hanging out with us and diving into this NBA slate. If this is your first time kicking it on the show, this is normally how we do things. We're going to have a little bit of vibes to get us started, and then we are going to go through every single game on the slate. Nice slate today, 9 games to discuss. We're going to go through every single game, pick a play that we all kind of like from each game, and then we're going to cook up like a 9-leg parlay that we can ride out throughout the entire day. On Friday, boys, we asked some questions. There were a few things that
so many questions. So many questions. Giddy went under by the hook. I think it was one of them. What was the other ones? There's just like 2 props that missed. We were super
searching. I think Giddy went under by the hook because that game was the only blowout of all the games. And then we picked Beal. I mean, we picked Brooker instead of Trae Young because if we would have, I promise you guys, dude, if we would have pressed fucking Trae Young, I swear to God, he would have not hit. I promise. But the fact that we didn't,
I was going to say, let's not be afraid of him anymore.
You did say that actually, and then we went a step further and talked you more off of it.
But Book had a good game. It's just I think he finished with 26, and we asked for the 30. It was fun.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get. Well, his line was 29.5. So, but I know that you cashed in yesterday on Trae Young again, which was dope. We got some YouTube comments. Let's fucking get
Let's
it.
Go. That's a
he would have had 16 points and 10 assists if we picked him. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
we got Goats in chat. Excited for you guys kicking it with us today. We're going to run it back again today. Go through every single game, kind of give our analysis and our thoughts on each game. Pretty good spots today. Yesterday was really fun. I got so close to hitting a pretty big lotto because I had a feeling the stars were going to show out yesterday, and they fucking did. The only one who didn't was the one I was most confident in, which was LeBron. But as you said, Sook, the Lakers got the job done, which mattered the most. Yeah, it really was, dude. It really was. It was close, man. Yeah, Braun sold the bag, but big day today. Nice spots. I've already found a few myself. I know these gentlemen have been deep in the lab. Chef T will be popping in a few minutes. So we're going to get vibey with you guys on this beautiful Sunday. Gents, in the chat, and ladies, how you guys doing today? Can we get some dubs in the chat if you guys are living large this Sunday morning? Excited to have you guys with us for a Saucy Sunday edition of All Sauce Team.
You can never be happy for the king. Angry little peasant.
Fuck that. The Knicks are missing 4 starters, man. Come on.
B doesn't like it either. What happened to the Celtics when they lost to the bench squad of the Lakers?
They got rocked and they got ridiculed for it. They should have. As they should have. I have no argument against that. But come on. They beat a Knicks team without 4 starters. That's
But a Knicks team that's been going crazy.
But they've been doing
at home on Saturday night.
They've been four starters on a real NBA team are missing. That's insane.
Dude, SPJ, I know SPJ was on the Knicks before it became the popular thing to do, but like, come on, we got to give the Knicks their flowers. They've been playing great, and now we got to give the Lakers their flowers. They figured out a way to beat Brunson, something that no other team has been able to do. They slowed him down and turned him into a passer and won that game. The Knicks went 6 minutes without scoring in that fourth quarter because they were playing a 3-2 show zone, and as soon as if Brunson did not pass, they would collapse into man and double him.
But that's what I'm saying.
The Lakers played that game well.
Like you can only play that 3-2 zone because the Knicks are missing 4 of their starters. You put Randall, OG, or any of those other starters back on the floor there, all of a sudden that 3-2 zone that was forming into the man and doubling Brunson can't be ran anymore. That's like, I'm just saying that it is, but we have to acknowledge that. And this is me talking about the Knicks and how good they've been, right? They're missing 4 starters and they still hung in that game with the Lakers, right? With LeBron, with AD. And LeBron did everything to win that game. AD might as well have just stayed in LA the way he played yesterday.
He had 18 boards.
He had 18 rebounds. But did you see what he was doing offensively? He was a lot.
Hartenstein was fouling him and getting away with it. Hartenstein was fouling him and getting away with it.
Yeah, they were getting a lot of calls too. Like the Knicks weren't getting calls on the other end either. It was a really poorly officiated game. I will say that. The reffing has been really terrible this season.
He took boards from the king.
He really did. Fucking loser. I wish he wouldn't have played.
Look at Hovey. Hartenstein doesn't foul.
18 boards. Stay home.
Yeah, stay home.
Stay home. Yes, where is Trizzy Bets? Shout out fucking Trizzy Bets yesterday on Betspresso popping in with Molly Meatball by submission. What a fucking snipe that was yesterday. We almost had an amazing day yesterday. If LeBron James would have had close to a triple-double or a triple-double, I probably would have cashed out for like over $2,000 yesterday.
Wasn't that like one of her first submission wins too?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? He literally, that's what he was saying. Like, what an insane snipe.
He literally was saying, he was like, "This, she's never done this. Why is the value at this particular spot?" And kind of explained what about it was. It was literally insane. So yeah, it was her first ever. No contributions. And Shaggy's not letting this go. No contributions. 18 rebounds. 0.
I mean, those rebounds would have fell to somebody else, right? Like maybe LeBron, then we would have cashed our lotto. But whatever.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Don't be a jaded capper.
No,
enjoy the game.
I am.
But I'm just saying, like,
in this situation.
Yeah, I'm just not as on board with this Lakers team as you guys are. Obviously, that's all.
I know it's okay.
I'm on board with the Lakers, and I'm scared of the Knicks. I'll say both things.
Thank you.
Oh, I am scared of the Knicks.
Oh, he's now scared of the Knicks. 100%. Mama Lauda, indeed.
Mama Lauda.
All right. All right. Before we get Chef T in the house, he's going to be joining us at some point throughout the show. So we're just going to keep the vibes moving while we wait for Chefry. But I posted this on our Twitter this morning. I hope you guys saw this. In honor of it being Sunday, we have a couple questions to ask you guys. So let's go ahead and get this one loaded up right here. And I want to know the odds here, ladies and gents. Good crack. Good crack. Where are you putting the coins? Where are the coins going? I know my answer. My answer is easy. But we need to know what the mega max whales are today on the brunch cocktails. Sook, where are you sending your coins?
I'm not a big breakfast cocktail guy. Give me a good breakfast and then I'll have my drink after. But if I'm going to place my money, it's going to be on the plus 1000 espresso martini. It has to be. If you're going to do it, you might as well rev that engine all the way instead of that little sprinkle.
Okay. Getting a lot of Irish coffee love in the chat, which is cool. Irish coffee for plus 550. Good value.
That might be exactly what this is right now. Also,
hey,
peep the scripts.
Peep the scripts, baby.
If this is the like morning before we go to brunch, like at the house, I'm down in an Irish coffee or two. But once we get to the brunch spot, I'm ordering.
You're pre-gaming brunch?
Yeah.
What? How can you not? What?
Oh yeah.
Then it's just breakfast. Then
Let's
it's just
go.
breakfast.
Let's fucking go.
For it to be brunch, it's two requirements. There has to be activities before the brunch, and then there has to be after like 11 o'clock.
And you got to be asleep by 3 p.m. drunk off your ass. Those are the 3 requirements. That's it.
It's not a crime, Shags. It's just fucking fun.
Facts. For me, it's a bloody. I mean, so you guys introduced me to Bloody Caesars. Also, L graphics guy for spelling Caesars wrong. But I love Bloody Marys. I love Bloody Marys regardless of the time of day. But if I'm going to brunch, give me a Bloody Mary plus 150. Hammer nuke job. Absolutely hammering that line. But also Aperol Spritz is pretty cheeky for plus 750. Especially if you're going somewhere that's like you're outside, it's warm outside. You're trying to get.
You gotta put me near the water. You gotta put me near the water to have me enjoy an Aperol Spritz. Like put me near some big body of water, the ocean.
You boys want to say what it is?
Yeah, so it is Aperol liqueur, which is like it's like a bitter type of liqueur. And it's kind of like got a grapefruity taste to it. It's a very bitter, like sour kind of, not sour. It's a bitter cocktail. And it's kind of reddish colored. You put a grapefruit slice in it usually, or an orange slice in it usually. It's very fresh. It's good for when it's hot outside. I would not drink it in the middle of the winter. So,
yeah.
But it's delicious. When I lived in London, because Aperol Spritz are the fucking rave over there, dude, I got so white girl wasted on Sundays on an Aperol Spritz all the time. It was awesome. I know.
It's because an American made the graphic. It's okay.
I know. But some, a lot of you other like Americans don't know what that is. So most of them aren't even going to know that I spelled it wrong. So, sorry, Kanika. I should have Googled better, but I was half asleep when I woke up this morning. I actually got some sleep last night.
KD Montana, did you see the intro today? You missed the intro, man.
You missed the intro, bro.
Sidhu, bro. You missed the Sidhu.
All right, so good news is we're gonna have some more. Brown Bops. Can I call them Brown Bops?
You can call them whatever you want.
I'm going Brown Bops. We're gonna have more Brown Bops starting the show to start. We got a lot of new stuff moving forward, guys. So get involved with this if you're not already. Yeah, Bloody Mary for the absolute hammer job for me. But Aperol Spritz is a cheeky. Espresso Martini is an evening drink to me. But I know some people drink them for brunch. But I can see why you'd want to get the vibes moving with an espresso martini. They do get the party started.
You ever had a Shaft, SPJ? It's a drink called the Shaft.
Pause.
Yeah, no. I don't know what the fuck
is this a joke?
No, it's literally.
No,
I had it for the first time when I came home in the summertime. I went out with Sook and Gerald, and we were like just getting the day off. It was like maybe like 4 p.m. and we're just like pull up to a bar, and then Gerald orders 3 shafts. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's coming? It's just like long glass, and I don't even know what liquor's in it, but there's a whole shit ton of like caffeine, cream, and I'm pretty sure a ton of sugar in these things. So when you drink
it's usually like coffee, almond milk, and vodka. And
Yeah,
you're supposed to down it. You're supposed to chug it.
like you
Oh,
literally
so
like
it's like an Irish car bomb, kind of. You guys ever had an
Yes.
Irish car bomb?
it doesn't
Yeah,
taste
I've had
disgusting.
Irish.
Dude, car bombs are not disgusting if you
They're
chug them. They
good.
taste like a fucking chocolate milkshake, dude.
Yeah.
It's terrible. The hangovers are awful, but they're delicious. Roxanne, let's go.
Oh man,
Let's go. Jaeger bomb is a whale play. Oh, dude. All right, we got to do best beer bombs next.
I can't
There would be more graphics moving forward with these questions. They write themselves, really. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
So, this Kahlua and skimmed milk is a shaft. Thank you, Gerald. I feel like Gerald is our fact
Kahlua.
checker because you guys just spew a bunch of bullshit most of the time, and then he comes in and says, "No, this is actually what it is."
W mods, W
mods, exactly. Good stuff. All right, keep dropping your nukes in the chat. Shaggy, what are you playing? I didn't even see what Shaggy said. Oh, he wants the green variety. He doesn't want the drinking variety. If you had to pick one though, Shags, where are the coins going? I need to know where Shaggy's coins are going. Screwdriver didn't get a lot of love. I thought Screwdriver would get more love. Screwdrivers are good.
I can't do screwdrivers.
I think a lot of us ruined screwdrivers for ourselves when we were young.
Yeah. A straight acid bomb to the tummy.
I mean, if you really want to like,
yo, that's opium in tea. That's opium in tea.
It's a common
that
thing.
definitely gets the day moving.
It's something that a lot of brown people do. Like even like grandparents will put it like in their tea and stuff like that. It's a fucking problem.
Transfusion plus 5,000 for me. Jesus Christ. Shaggy made a good point. So he said mimosa easy, but make it with a light beer instead of champagne. The old man mimosa. Those do slap.
Is that actually good? I gotta try that then.
Yeah, they're delicious.
If you ever mixed a beer and a Caesar, that's a great fucking combo too.
Oh yeah, that is really good. A beer and Kamado juice is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Sunday, boys and girls. Yeah, it slaps. Very heavily slaps. You should try it. It's delicious. It's anti-inflammatory. They do. I had one in Canada. It was crazy. When I went to visit,
Shaggy doesn't miss out on all the latest technology.
Did you guys wait before we dive into the slate? Because Chef will be joining us at some point, and it'll be great when he pops in. Yay! Shaggy's got 6K. Let's go!
Let's go!
Bang.
Let's fucking go!
Shaggy!
In honor of that, where is it at? There we go.
Pulls up 3-pointer. Bang! Bang!
Congratulations, dude!
Wins the game at the buzzer.
Next up, 10K. Good stuff. I just want to ask you guys this before we dive into the slate. Have you guys seen the new? You obviously see the advertisements, you guys in chat too, of the new Apple goggles.
Yes.
Have you guys seen like all the crazy videos and images so far in the wild of people using them?
Hell yes, I have. V, you been keeping up with this?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking insane. You know why? What shook me the most was it was that guy. I think it was maybe on BR betting or something, and he's like sitting there watching the game, and he's got one game in front of him, right? Then you can put on another game right beside you, and then as you have the other game on right beside you, you can pull up the live stats, like the live ticker of all the players that updates live and faster than things like the score app that we use. And I already have a hard enough time just watching the live game without doing this kind of stuff. So I'm staying far, far away from these Apple goggles because they will not be good for my mental.
What did you think about it, SPJ?
So I saw videos of people using it while driving. I saw videos of people like hanging out together and just instead of talking to each other, they were just like, or fucking Minority reporting, I don't know, dude. It's fucking terrifying. It looks cool. I'm sure it's fun to use. I'm sure it's a very cool experience, and it looks pretty tight. And it's just like it scares the shit out of me because all the sci-fi movies that we watched growing up are now becoming like legit reality. And unfortunately, we've seen the dystopian environment that happens post that happening. So I'm a little bit terrified for that. I'm not terrified for us because we know what like reality is like. But could you imagine being born and like seeing a bunch of people using these goggles and that's what you grow up with and like you don't know anything else?
But it's
that's
like
what I'm scared for.
It's like those little kids that like I've seen my nieces and nephews and they'll touch like a computer monitor, like the screen, like it's supposed to be an iPad.
With it.
So like they're way above us. Like they just internalize and understand it way faster. It's like for us, it's culture shock. For them, it's just they absorb it
Normal.
easily. Trippy as fuck.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know where we're gonna be. I don't want to get too deep in this conversation because I'll get sent down a rabbit hole. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a wild place too. But I saw the one video which was insane was somebody letting their fucking car drive themselves and they were using it while they were driving. I was like, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. It's asking for disaster.
But real quick before you move on, like you said though, super isolating. Super that like every video I saw when you see the view, like what they're seeing. How are you going to talk to another human being like that? With just screens floating around everywhere.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's ADHD nightmare. However, like if you want to get a shit ton of stuff done at the same time, it's awesome. But like terrifying, dude. I couldn't do it. Absolutely couldn't do it. Let us know what you guys think in the chat. If you guys like the new Apple goggles, or if you'd be dabbling in them. They're expensive. I think they're like $2K.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how much are they coming out for?
I'm pretty sure retail they're like $2K. From what I was looking at. Loneliness epidemic in continues. Exactly. That's why, Kanika, that's why you come and hang out with us. That's why we
3,500 Canadian, boys. 3,500 Canadian.
Yeah, that's a pretty penny. They'll get the next edition out, and then those will drop down like $1,000 or something.
For sure.
More like $200, knowing Apple.
I'd rather go to Mexico twice.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Vegas with a fat bankroll.
Yeah, word.
Once.
I'd rather book a trip and go hang out with you boys than buy one of those. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You get your ass here. If I see you in Apple goggles, we're gonna have an issue. You get your ass here.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys see me buy that, then we got problems as friends, and coworkers. All right, let's talk about some NBA today. This is going to be fun, guys, though, because we like having these types of conversations with you guys. But I just want to tell you that we are going to be having a podcast. We have not named said podcast yet, but it's going to be a podcast with all of us here at Betting News, and it's going to be basically talking about this Apple content or Apple goggles, what we think about them, pretty much everything non-sports betting related. So we're going to have that for you guys. If you guys like kicking it with us, it's going to be exactly. It's going to be fun. So be sure to stay tapped in with that. But in honor of not talking about sports betting on that, let's talk about sports betting here. Let's dive in and talk about the slate today. Big NBA slate today. Nine games. Why can I not find the graphic? There it is. There we go. These are the NBA matchups to look at today. A couple afternoon games and then 7 games. Absolutely. And then 7 games this evening to get involved with tonight. Like I said, Chef T will be joining us momentarily. He's also going to be cooking while he's hanging out with us, which is going to be dope.
Sliders. Getting you ready for next Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting you ready for giving you a little some ideas for your Super Bowl parties next week. We got a lot of stuff moving forward this week for the Super Bowl. So if you're not giving us a follow, give us go ahead and tap that follow button. It's free. It's that we love hanging out with you guys. So if you want to keep kicking it with us, drop us a follow. That's all we ask for. Okay, I would just say, Prindy, you're a goat. Thank you so much for posting that awesome swaggy picture of you in the first basket case hoodie out in the wild. We love seeing it, man. And
Prindy,
and you clean sweep.
I was super fucking excited when I saw you in that hoodie and found out you were going to the Sixers game. I was texting these guys. I was like, one of our hoodies is going to be out at a real fucking sporting event, like in the wild. So fucking dope, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it was absolutely electric. Thank you for being out. Sorry, the Sixers didn't get the job done, but you swept the board. So it's except for LeBron. But
yeah, don't worry, Prendy. You're drippy. We saw.
I'm sussing.
I did, dude. I did. I saw the reverse traps on your feet. Nice choice.
Let's fucking get it, baby. So if y'all hit a lay today, be sure to go cop one of these bad boys. Go check out our store. We got a lot of cool stuff on the store. You guys can actually go cop a Sauce Team hoodie as well. We got a really saucy Sauce Team hoodie. I might update the hoodie, boys, with the new Sauce Team thing up top. Might need to be done. Might need to be done. I'll talk to the graphics department. We'll see what's up. All right, let's dive in. This is the NBA slate today, guys. 9 games. Keep dropping in the chat what you guys like. We're going to go game by game, kind of get into it. I just got the text from Chef. He's going to be joining in 5, so Chef will be popping in just a minute, which will be dope. Let's go ahead and get started with this Magic Pistons game. Let me pull up the live lines here. I'm seeing this was made right before we got started, and it's earlier in the day, so I'm assuming these are pretty accurate. 6.5-point favorites are the Magic in Detroit today. 228-point total. Interesting spot here. I don't know. I kind of have a couple of thoughts, but I want to see what you guys are thinking about this game first to get us started.
I can go first. Yeah. I know SPJ's been playing this lots, and I really like Cade Cunningham's assists. It's at 6.5 minus 135. I just think that's really low. He just had 11 against the Clippers. The Pistons have been playing not better, but like they're still catching L's. But they're staying in games. They lost by 9, they lost by 7, like in the last 2 games. So they're playing hard, and they made moves for veterans like Gallinari. So I really think the Pistons aren't outright trying to tank. They're trying to win as many games and develop these guys. So Cade Cunningham, 6.5 assists, minus 135. I think that's my favorite one in this game.
Yeah, I like that a lot. It's a little bit concerning just because the Magic are the number 1 statistical defense in the assist category. They allow the least assists to any player, especially the point guard position. But I like it. I mean, he just had 11. We've talked about it quite a bit the last week or so. He's back. He seems like he's really facilitating. I don't love his points. I was kind of thinking maybe taking his PA. But I do like the assist look over 6.5 at the playable number. I also am kind of convinced maybe to take Bojan again. He's been fucking great. I know the Magic. So the thing about the Magic is that to start the season, I think their defensive numbers are a little bit skewed because, to start the season, they were really, really, really good defensively, and I feel like that they kind of come back to the mean a little bit. So some of their numbers look really good, but the last month or so, they haven't been as good defensively as they were previously. So I kind of like Bojan at over 17.5 points. But I like the Cade look too. I like that a lot. V, what do you think? Are you seeing anything on the Magic side of things, or what's your thoughts on this game?
When I first saw this game, I was gonna go to Banchero, but his points line's at 26.5, and that's just way too high for me to want to fuck around with. I think, especially in this Detroit game. But the other thing I was looking at was his assists tonight. No real read, no real game log or anything that's making me think that this is a great play. It's just kind of one of those reads where we've seen players come into games against teams that aren't as good and maybe take that opportunity to look for their teammates. And Cade's been doing a real good job just in general finding his teammates recently. Over his last 10 games, he's hit his over 4.5 assists line. Sorry. In 7 of 10 games, he's hit it in 6 straight games. He's at 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 6. I just think that tonight, with how bad this Pistons defense has been, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for Magic players to score the ball. And instead of going with one certain Magic player, I just think that Banchero's over 4.5 assists is a little bit juiced, minus 150. So I'll probably just take it all the way to over 5.5, right? 6+, or 6+. I just think that it's a good opportunity. It's an afternoon game. I don't think the Magic are going to run away with this game by any means. Like Sook said, the Pistons have been better. Everybody thought maybe, Cade Cunningham's out of the lineup. Now the Pistons are keeping games close. Maybe they're better. No, they're not. They just started playing better. They have talent on that roster. And like Sook said, Gallinari has been an infusion of fucking energy in this lineup. We saw him come out the other day. I think he was 4 of 5 from 3. He is that energy guy. He's always been a baller. As a Celtics fan, I can tell you, he's put me through regular season hell. When his time with the Knicks, his time with the Nuggets, he's been a fucking baller. Even with the Hawks, right? He's been fun. I think this Pistons team isn't ready to just lose games and turn over and call it a day. It's in Detroit on Sunday. They just lost in the NFC Championship last Sunday, I believe it was, right? So I don't know. Vibes might be high. Orlando's on a road trip here. I think this game could stay close. I love the Cade assist. Look, I like it better than his points and assists too, just because he's coming back from injury. He spent a lot of games out. Sometimes rust is still there, and Cade doesn't always have the best shooting percentages, but he does do a good job of finding teammates, and he does a good job.
Sorry to cut you off, V, but Bojan PA is 19.5 minus 120.
You don't have to convince me for Bojan at all.
I love it too. I mean, I just like his straight up points. He's been balling, but he just doesn't play very well against the Magic statistically. That doesn't mean he can't do it today, because I think he's just in one of those grooves. But I feel like this is the same conversation. Yeah, that is whack. Hey man, maybe do we just take the Pistons plus the points? I don't know if I can do that, dude.
No, I'm scared of that. It's probably smart, but I'm scared.
Yeah, me too. So this is nice. I think the similar logic applies to what we talked about on Friday with Steph's assists versus Kuminga points. Kuminga points is probably going to hit if Steph gets his assist, which ended up happening. Steph's assist was a little sweaty and Kuminga's was free. But I feel like if Cade's assist hit, Bojan's points is probably going to hit, because I would imagine 6 to 7 or maybe 5 to 6 of those assists are going to be pull-up jumpers to Bojan. So I like Cade assist, I think. if we're going to pick one from this game. I feel like that's maybe the look. I do like also for the parlay V, I do kind of like the Paolo assists as well. But the only thing that concerns me about that, if the Magic do end up running away with this game, Paolo's going to sit. I feel like Cade's going to play significant minutes regardless. I feel like it's a little less blowout proof.
The only thing I will say to that is that because his number is 4.5 at minus 150, like it's probably too juiced to take it at 4.5 as a solo play, but it might not be such a bad play when we're putting it in this like giant slate of games, just because 5 is not a huge number where he could probably like, if they are running away with this game and they're scoring a lot of points, hopefully he's got 3 or 4 assists in the first half. You know what I mean? But I could also 100% get down with Cade assists because 6.5 is not far off from 4.5. I would rather take, I think, one of the assist looks than a points look. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
On this Sunday, are we trying to pay the juice man or are we trying to swing for the fences?
So I think for this, we pay the juice man, and then when Chef is here and we get into the end, I think we cook up like a lotto for a Sunday lotto, like a forward legger or something like that, and we can find some value on that. So a little bit, but I think we can pay the juice man for sure.
I don't hate. Sorry, go V.
Just want to apologize for selling the Saucy 4 the other day with Jalen Green points. That was a shit bet, and we're gonna do better today. We're gonna do better today.
I had beans on it too, dude. It was a good look. He just didn't hit the shots, man.
I know,
we were
but
so close. The shitty thing was that the clip you posted showed that all the other bets you had hit. It's just the one you chose in the parlay.
It was literally so funny too because SPJ's like, all right, V, what are we putting in here? And then Sook's like, all right, V, take your time, pick something. I sat there quietly, and it was like that. It was that what's his name, Iguodala moment. I want Jalen Green and cake.
Okay. Hey man, we don't apologize around here as always. You know the first rule of Fight Club is no apologies necessary. But V understands what's going on. So I think I'll say this. I like Cade. I'm down to do it. I also like his double at plus 449.
I like that. I was gonna say that as a lotto piece.
He's had 5 double-doubles in his last 7 games. Like when he goes over his assist, he gets a double-double pretty much. So if you like the over 6.5, sprinkle if you want to play that straight, which I think is a good play, sprinkle the double too. Because if he gets 7, he's going for 10. And plus 449 is sick value for something that's happened in 5 of his last 7 games. So cool. All right. So do we want to do Cade or do we want to do Paolo for this to get us started?
Sook?
I mean, if we're paying the juice man, I don't hate Jaden Ivey 3 rebounds minus 290. He really grubs on the boards for a guard. Someone said it in the chat, and I went and looked at it, and it looks good. So that's why I was literally for that reason I was asking if we're paying the juice man. 3
rebounds could be fun.
He's 4 is minus 114.
Up to you, boys.
He had 2 when they played earlier this season, but that was in December, and this Detroit team's completely different at this point.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench.
Killian Hayes was
good
the starter.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I don't hate this.
We don't have to.
Go ahead. Why don't we put a pin in it, come back to it, and when Chef gets here, we can see what Chef thinks.
Word.
He can be like our mediating factor in this situation.
I was also going to say, too, we could also use Banchero or Ivy in this one, and then throw Cade double-double in the lotto.
I like that idea, too.
To avoid the double dipping if that's what we get to. But let's keep going.
All right, word. I did mark Paolo assist fee, so that's good. All right, we'll come back to this when Chef gets here. We got plenty of time, so we got a chance to get to our next game. Let's talk about the Suns taking on the Wiz in our nation's capital today. The other 2:00 game. I'm saying 2. I think it's 2 Central, so 3 Eastern. So the Suns on the road, the Wizards at home. No Kyle Kuzma today for the Wizards. Kyle Kuzma is out today. I haven't labbed this game a lot yet, so I don't have any major thoughts on this one. Gents, what do you guys think? Is it a pool party today with no Kuzma?
So, do you want to go first?
I don't know. I got to look at it. It might be Denny Advia today. Maybe PA for him.
Well, you look, I do have a play in this game. I wrote about it. Go peep the scribbles. They've been posted. Let's go. Posted this last night, too. Kevin Durant, DC native, right? He's from the DC area. He's been here. Remember when he was a free agent, he was leaving OKC? There was a list of teams that he was thinking about going to. There was the Warriors, there was the Raptors, and then there was the Washington Wizards, believe it or not, at that time with John Wall, Bradley Beal, and it was home for him. Now KD's going home tonight. He hasn't played back in DC since December of 2022, which, yes, was last season, but he played them 4 times last year. He had 28 plus points in all 4 of those games. Yes, it was with Brooklyn, different team. But the Suns are on a really, really tough road trip right now. I think they're playing their 6th game of a 7-game road trip. They've been on the East Coast for a majority of it. Tonight, they've got the Wizards, and I think they have one more game before going home, and this might be their last game. They haven't been the best at covering large spreads. The Wizards are also covered plus 11.5, 56% of their games this season. They haven't been that bad. The Kyle Kuzma news does kind of suck, but he hasn't been playing that great. Hopefully, this is a by the bad news type of situation, and this game's a little bit closer. It's also an afternoon matinee game, so you know that this game always has room for fuckery, right? It's Sunday. It's in the afternoon. Phoenix is in a completely different time zone. They're playing like they're 3 hours before, behind New York or wherever they're playing right now. Sorry, it's in Washington. 3 hours before the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. They're playing in the afternoon. It's basically like their internal clocks are on noon. They're on noon, right? And now they're playing a noon game on Sunday, 7th game of a road trip. Wizards are going to keep it close. I think KD has a game today, over 25.5 points. I've laddered him to 40. If you want to, you can. You don't have to. He had 35 last game. I know that he's been shaky. He had a really bad month of January, but it's because his volume was really low. He was only taking 15 field goal attempts per game. But the Suns have been scoring 120 points per game in the month of January. They're 11-4. They've won 11 of their last 15 games. Coming off that loss to Atlanta, I don't know if you guys saw the highlights, but when Trae Young stripped Kevin Durant in that moment, that was the moment that the Hawks won the game. They were running the other way on a 3-on-1, and Trae Young somehow got that steal, hits the 3 on the other end, and steals the game for the Hawks. It was fucking that's why we watch basketball, for moments like that.
Trae Young's weirdly been a dog on defense.
He's been a fucking dog.
Weirdly.
I have talked so much on this show about Trae Young, and I was going back on it yesterday. He's averaging 27 and 11. Do you know one other player in the NBA averaging those numbers right now?
Tyrese Halliburton, maybe?
No, he's not averaging 27 points per game.
That's true,
and he's not an all-star. And I'm a big Trae Young hater, dude. But the numbers that he's putting up and doing these kinds of things, it's fucking insane. Anyways, though, Suns are pissed off. They're not happy. They know they should have won that game in ATL. I think that tonight they're going to come to DC. I get the Bradley Beal revenge narrative, everything like that. I think he could have a huge game too. Don't get me wrong. There's room for points in this game. The Wizards defense is fucking terrible. They rank 30th in points allowed. They rank 25th in field goal percentage allowed. They rank 25th in opponent free throws made. I just think that KD has a big game in his hometown tonight. It's KD's homecoming, so of course I'm taking over 25.5.
I love this play. Also, just to add in from Danilo from the chat, so to say his mom's going to be at the game, and when Mama Durant's in the house, homie cooks because
I didn't want to assume that she was going to be at the game because I assumed maybe she was living at wherever he is, Phoenix, LA, or some shit at this point now. But it makes me even happier to know that she's still in the DC area. He's really coming home.
I like this a bunch, dude.
PlayStation in the basement right now.
So I'd be down to put this. Ma, the meatloaf.
You made this guy wheeze.
Dude, when KD hits, I'm clipping that right now. Ma, the meatloaf.
Ma, the meatloaf. Let me get 30 pounds. Oh man. So I like KD a lot. I said I didn't lab this game appropriately. Half asleep. I totally did. And I know I have a play that I like in this game too. The reason why I don't want to take maybe KD in this big guy is I could be down to ladder KD to 35 for the lotto. I think that I agree with you. I think he has a big game. I found one that is probably a little cheekier. I like Nurkic for over 11.5 rebounds. Let me just pull up the numbers that I saw for this. Oh, there we go. Bang. You know what's going on. So Nurkic,
Timely.
as we've talked we've talked about it with this Wizards team a lot, but the Wizards are terrible defensively in every single statistical category, literally bottom in all categories, but especially against the center position. He had 17 rebounds when they played earlier this season, which was on the 17th of December. He had 17 boards in that game. Wizards really struggle with big physical centers, like we talked about. Gafford just can't kind of keep up with them. I like his over 11.5. It's plus money. I mean, I might even ladder this to 14, 15 plus, 16 plus is plus 500. If this game stays relatively close, like you said, V, he's going to get a good run. And I think he has a lot of chances to grab a lot of boards. So I like Nurkic over 11.5 rebounds. Haven't pressed the button yet, but I think I'm probably going to bet that. So just as a different look from the KD angle, but I really like the KD angle too. What do you think, sir?
Are we missing one thing that's big in this game?
Probably. Go ahead and tell us what it is, because we're bozos.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
It's going home.
I said that.
Tell us.
I was like Bradley Beal revenge game for sure. But yeah.
But what I saw Chef in our group chat earlier saying Bradley Beal RA, I think. Was that it?
I think points PA. Was it
PA?
not PA?
Yeah, so I like all these looks you guys have said in this game, and I don't even know what one to pick. All these props look pretty nice.
Well, this is us talking. We talked about this with the Wizards. Yeah, we had the same conversation against the Wizards on Friday. Like any prop against the Wizards is a good look as long as the game stays close. It's probably going to hit because this team sucks defensively. So I like Beal too, bro. I mean, his assist looks nice over 5.5 for plus money. He had 6 when they played earlier this. Or actually, sorry, that was way back when he was playing for the Wizards actually. But he's been on a tear assisting the ball. I think that kind of ties in with the KD look too. Because, like, obviously Book's going to get involved with that, but Beal's been facilitating. He just had a double-double. He just had 10 assists. I think I lean more with the
facilitating, actually, and I think it's going kind of under the radar. I don't know what it is. I haven't watched any of these games where he's been doing this recently, Sook, or SPJ. Have you guys? Because I don't know if it's just, like, guys hitting shots, or is he finding guys in good spots?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. He had 10 in that Atlanta game. And KD kind of went off a little bit, but Book didn't really. But you got 2 elite scorers around you. And that's the thing about Beal in this lineup is, like, I don't think they need Beal to score 25 points a night. They just need Beal to make the right passes and be a guy that can score if KD and Book are having bad nights. But, like, he's with 2 of the best elite pure scorers in the game. And, like, if you just come up the floor and can give one of them an easy jumper, like, he's going to rack up a bunch of assists. I think this is kind of the beginning of him ascending into a more facilitating positive, especially with Booker. Like, Booker was that at the beginning of the season, like we talked about it.
Yeah.
Like, he had that like true point guard games where he was getting like 12, 13 assists and stuff like that. I think that it's shifted now that Beal's in this lineup. I don't think we're going to see that so much from Book anymore, especially because Book's been so hot shooting the ball. I think that it's going to really rely on Book and KD to get the job done scoring, and Beal obviously is going to score too, but he's going to have an opportunity to dish the ball.
And I will say, I was just looking at this right now. I just pulled it up. Over his last 10 games, so Beal, Durant, KD have all played together in the last 10 games, right? Beal's averaging 8.1 potential assists, whereas KD and Booker are both averaging just under 10. But the thing that stands out to me here is that Booker and KD in this 10-game span are averaging 41 for Booker and 49 passes made for each guy. But Bradley Beal, while playing less minutes, is averaging 52.3, which is 3 more passes than KD and a whole 11 more passes than Booker per game. You know what I mean? Like, we like to look at potential assists, but I think it's important to look at the player's propensity to pass the ball too. Because if the ball's going to go in there and just die, which it's looking like it's been doing with Devin Booker lately, because I know his assists is something everybody, that myself included, we rode at the beginning of the season when point book was the new thing. I think recently it's kind of become more of an ISO game for him. He's been passing the ball a little bit less. And I love this Bradley Beal points and assist look. And the homie has popped in right now. I think we should just let him talk about it.
I would love that. Chef, are you ready?
All right, Chef, are you ready?
Chef? Yeah, he's ready. Let's go. What's up, Chef T? How's it going, baby?
Good, man. Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm on a brand new laptop.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All that lotto cheese giving you the new laptop, baby.
There you go. Yeah. What's going on, boys?
Welcome, homie. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for the new laptop.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said thank you, FanDuel, for the new laptop.
Yeah, Pax. Right. How's everybody doing? I gotta tweet this out.
Chef,
Yeah,
before you tweet it
all
out,
the ingredients.
Chef, I had a question for you. We were just
Yeah.
talking about Bradley Beal, and you were talking about his PA in the chat this morning. Talk to us about Bradley Beal. We all love it, but we want to know what your pitch is.
I loved it before I even realized the narrative behind it.
Oh,
Honestly,
okay.
God,
Well, there you go.
You look at the spread, which we're not even thinking about anymore, which has helped. I mean, clearly we've been doing great the past 2 days, and on Friday we said, "Fuck the spread." Let's look at the total, and it's.
I mean, look at that. Just on that note, Chef, on Friday when we talked about that, the only game that was a complete blowout was the Hornets game. Every other game stayed pretty much closed throughout the whole game. So kind of applied to that.
And that being said, just as a sidetrack, I think Pistons win. I mean, it's a 6.5 point spread. It should not be that against Orlando with as good of a defense as it is. It should be 10, 11, 12. Absolutely.
All right,
On a back-to-back.
In honor of you saying that, because we had a couple angles, because what we're going to do today is we're obviously going through the slate, so glad to have you here. We're going to be picking one prop or one side or one total from every game and doing the 9-legger that way. And it's so great having you here because that's what you do every fucking day. We couldn't decide, but we actually all kind of thought that maybe the Wizards plus 6.5 was the vibe. The Pistons plus 6.5 was the vibe. But we were looking at either taking Cade Cunningham over 6.5 assists or Paolo over 4.5 assists. If you had to choose between those angles, what's your vote to get us started on this parlay?
Okay, so I'll say Cade only because Paolo and the Orlando team is sketching me out right now. I don't know who is meshing well with who. It's kind of like everything's pretty much even keeled right now. I feel like Suggs, Fultz, Anthony, Black, all these guys, like it's like who is doing what. Obviously, they have a decent defense. It's kind of tanked a little bit. Wendell Carter Jr. I think, and then as soon as I saw the spread to be 6.5, Detroit in a back-to-back, I was like, something is not right here, right?
Can I just add something?
Detroit. I like Cade. I like Ivy. Duran came back, and things are working. Things are working in Detroit right now. They have nothing to lose, so they're just playing balls out. I like Cade. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, what we're going to do is we're going to pick one play from each game, no matter the juice on it. And then at the end, we are going to also do like a 4-leg, like long shot lotto parlay. Cade double-double was one that we could dabble with because it's plus 440, and he's had that in 5 of his last 7 games. But if you want to do Cade in this assists over 6.5 in this as well, I could be down. So what were you going to say? You had a thought. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say the Magic are 5-5 in their last 10, averaging 107.9 points, but their opponents are averaging 107.7. So they've barely been getting those 5 wins. So like you were saying, even before, the Magic's defense is kind of trending down. They were first for a while, and now they're in third, and it's because they're kind of in this like weird February lull.
Yep.
Dude, that 9-game win streak that they had has been carrying them well into this season. The reason that they're still floating so high in the rankings, I'm not saying the Magic team is bad. I still believe in this team. But I think that it's going to be like with young teams, there's growing pains. You're going to hit lulls. You're going to have hard stretches of games. And I think that this could be one of those tonight.
Yeah, agreed.
So, the vibes are immaculate. Right?
We're hitting today, KD. We're hitting today, bro.
All right. So my question is, do we take Cade assists or do we take the Pistons plus 6.5?
Ooh.
We could even take the Pistons to plus, I think 9 and still not eat terrible juice.
Crazy
in my
juice.
opinion.
That's true. Let me just look and see what.
Or if we're gonna build a moonshot lotto later, Cade for 10 or Pistons money line. So what do we want to do?
We're thinking Cade double for the lotto, yeah, Chef.
Okay, got it.
Absolutely.
What do you think about Banchero assists, Chef, over 4.5 against this?
Yeah, Banchero assists. Clearly he's the one that's kind of been facilitating. Like I said, this is a new laptop, so I don't have my data in front of me. But I did look at his assists, and he seems to be trending up. He's been facilitating a lot more. Obviously, with this Detroit defense, it's a little, as of late, really, I like it a lot. But Paul is smart. He's a good player. He's an all-star for a reason. So he's going to be able to move the ball. And what's his point line at? It's pretty high. I think it's 26 last time I looked.
Yeah.
He's also
26 and a
averaging
half.
10.5 potential assists in his last 10 games, but just 5.4 assists. And that's right around the mark that I'd like to take it, where their potential assists are kind of double what their assist line is, right? We're getting 4.5. Yes, we're going to take this 6+ just because of the juice, but I don't know. I feel like he's due for a little bit of positive regression in that department.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I don't know. I mean, like I said, like everybody on the Orlando team, like I'll be cooking up an SGP for it with the Suns game. But I'm loving the Detroit look right now. Like Ivy, Duren, Cade. Everything just feels right about it. About like these guys just meshing well. Bogey's a little bit lackluster, and everybody else is picking up the slack. So it's fantastic.
I kind of like Bogey's points. I said that before you got in here as well. It's over 17.5. But I think we all kind of agreed that Cade's assist was the most comfortable, and Paolo as well, one of those two. Why can't I find? I'd be down to take the Pistons like plus 9.5 or something. I feel like that could be the move here. Just trust them to just at least keep this game close. If they randomly win, that's dope. But as long as they don't lose by 10, we're chilling.
I'm seeing 9.5 for minus 175 for me, so I really do like that.
What do you think, Chef?
Yep, let's do it.
So then we can save Cade for the lotto.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to double dip on Cade. Here we go. Alternate spreads. All right, so I'm getting Pistons. Should we take the Pistons minus 10.5 or plus 870? Woohoo! Yeah, I'm getting plus 9.5 or minus 166. We happy?
Yeah.
Happy Pappy.
I like it.
Happy Pappy. All right, let's move. Let's go to the next game. Where are we at here? All right, we were talking about, so let's go back to what we were talking about originally. We were talking about Bradley Beal in the Suns game. V really likes Durant. We all kind of agreed that we like Durant too. His mom's going to be in attendance as well, apparently in DC today, and he plays way better. But Durant in general just cooks against the Wizards being from DC. I kind of like Nurkic's rebounds, just because of how bad the Wizards are against the center position. And then Sook brought up Beal, and I know you like Beal too. What's your kind of read on Beal before we kind of cap this conversation about the Suns game? Jeff?
Oh, sorry. I heard Nurkic and I blacked out. I'm sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
Nurkic, and then all of a sudden it was like all these memories and these horrible thoughts came through my head.
Terrible ideas.
I wasn't here for a second.
I understand.
So I'm sorry. I can't entertain your Nurkic thought. I'm really sorry, but I can't.
Right.
AD, the narrative's there. I love it. It's the Wizards. Every prop against the Wizards is fun to look at. I love Beal as of late. Clearly, he's been facilitating more and been hot. It's tough with this Suns team. It's always like, is it going to be Book or is it going to be KD? Is it going to be Book or is it going to be KD? Is it going to be both? And it's really nice to see that Beal is kind of really meshing well as of late. So I'm kind of on Beal PA. I kind of love it. Obviously you want to ride the hot hand with assists, but he's going to have a role in this game. Like you said, V, there is going to be a lot of points to be had. What's the total? Like 248 or something like that?
I think it was 247.
247.
Yeah.
It's 238. 238 and a half.
238 and a half. Still really high. What's the spread? Like 11 or 12 or something like that?
11 and a half.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you have it right here. Oh. Yeah, 11. And the Wizards, what's really nice about the Wizards is they don't fucking care. They'll fight to the end. So, if they get like pummeled, it's not just going to drop and like there's going to be 45 points in the third quarter. They're just going to keep playing. I think Kuzma's out, right?
Kuzma is out.
Yeah, Kuzma's out.
Kuzma.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, so I was kind of taking a look at Avdija boards. I think he might be in one of my builders. Yeah, he's been really, really good at grubbing lately. And it was, I think, 7.5 or plus 115 earlier when I saw it. So, if 6 is in one of the builders, it's probably going to be minus 250 or something like that. But even for that plus chicky for 8 boards, even his PR, I don't hate. I don't know what do you guys think about, like, is he going to take over the point? I mean, it's going to be Tyus Jones, right? Like, he's going to be the point guard, just kind of facilitate, right?
But before you came, I was I mentioned Adia PR.
Yeah.
Points and rebounds. Yeah.
So I love Avdija PR. I wish FanDuel will let you the app chalkboard lets you parlay PR in the same game, which is great. FanDuel doesn't let you do that, which is weird, but
that's really dumb. So apparently Tyus Jones is a game time decision. So is Bilal Coulibaly. So both of these guys on the Wizards lineup are game time decisions. No Bagley for the no Bagley as well. And then Kuzma is out. So those are the kind of news pieces about this game. I think we go Beal for this game, boys. I think we go Beal.
Yeah.
I think we go. I mean, we could do the PA, but I kind of like just for this exercise, like the 5 assists feels comfortable. Like over
it's a little bit juicy, but for this big parlay, I was thinking the same thing.
Bro, I'm seeing his AR at 10.5 plus 100.
I like so that.
I'm saying not to toss that in here, but as a straight bet, as a prop for everybody in chat, I think that's a cheeky look right there. 10.5 plus 100.
He's hit that in 3 of his last 5 for plus money, definitely.
4 of his last 6, yep.
Homecoming. They're gonna play a little video for him. He's gonna have a little extra in him.
Pause. All right, so let's do Beal then, assists, because then we can circle back when we get to the lotto. Because I really do like KD. I think he's gonna go bananas tonight or this afternoon, like you said, B. If we want to maybe
lots of narrative in that game. Beal, KD, so much stuff going on.
Is it? Do we finally get to see a KD triple double tonight?
Possibly.
I
can see it. He's been facilitating really well too.
If they let Beal, there was an interview. I think somebody sent me an interview or a link to an interview last night about Booker and Durant kind of talking about how they're wanting to let other guys kind of facilitate or use the floor a little bit more, and that screams Beal to me. So I don't know. Maybe it's KD just kind of sitting back, assisting, rebounding, and letting Beal do his thing. I don't know about Grayson Allen. Fuck that guy. I'm not putting any more money on him at all.
I think Grayson Allen has his moments during the season, but he's a hard guy to just continue to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm done.
So Beal, we can't do 5 plus. I'm only getting over 5.5 or plus 126, which I don't hate the 5.5 either.
I can also take 5 plus for you, SPJ. I know we'll have it on our book for sure.
Okay, they might have it soon as well. Yeah, what's up?
So let's keep one to the slate, and then we can let's keep it in our back pocket.
Okay.
Real quick, I want to interject. I am actually cooking today.
Let's go.
Show us. Everybody in chat wants to see. Show us what you're cooking.
I don't even have the shit up here. Hold on. You know what I'm going to try to do? Hold on. Let me try this.
You're going to like switch to your phone or something?
Hold on.
Oops, shit.
Allow. Mute. Shift T.
You tried to hold that sneeze in so hard, man. You tried. Worst timing for the switch cameras.
I was scared SPJ was going to bring me up as the big camera. Thank you, wifey. Oh, you want me to bring that down?
Yeah, can you bring that down?
I can bring that down when you change the camera yet.
Chef, you want to show us?
Goats are muted.
Yeah. You have to mute. I can't unmute
You have to
so
mute
to
the other mic, Chef, and turn this mic on.
Can you bring both of me up?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me fix it. Okay, go.
There we go. Whoa.
Nice.
All right, you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I got to do?
Yeah,
You gotta
mute
mute
one of
that,
them.
yeah.
You got to mute one of them.
Now we're good.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I got you.
Oh my God, look at my hair. All right, cool.
Look at the
So,
apron, dude. The
here's what-
apron's
here's
just
what I'm gonna do.
delivering.
Yeah, the apron.
Let's go.
So just real quick, this is while we're going to be cooking, but how do I fucking do?
Might have to just turn the whole thing around.
Sorry, I'm old. Let's hold on.
Hey. Oh, baby.
All right. So Super Bowl sliders. Go to the store. Get 2 packs of these savory buttery rolls, 2 of them. Get yourself a rotisserie chicken. All right. Get yourself cheddar and pepper jack cheese. Bottle of barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
And then ground beef or ground turkey, whatever you want. Okay. So you're going to do, we're doing beef.
What'd
And
you
we're
use to
doing
poke the holes in that meat?
What?
What'd you use to poke the holes in that meat?
Yeah, I wish I were that big. Come on. We'll sprinkle garlic powder. All right.
Let's go.
Garlic powder, black pepper, and you put the holes in the meat so that it cooks evenly. All right.
Chef,
Or you go for a nice Sunday experience. Either one.
Yeah.
Chef seasons his food.
As you should. We don't want
Salt.
no bland food around here.
All right.
Chef, you gotta get a head cam now, so you can do this.
I
Yeah,
have
Chef,
one.
honestly.
I have a newborn and a kid, and it's all fucked. So. All right, and then we'll continue once that's all cooked. Basically, I'm going to shred this chicken while we talk, and then I'll show you how to make the actual sliders. So I'll cut off from here, and then we'll keep moving forward.
All right, sweet. So what you guys, switch your audio, Chef. So what if you guys didn't know, today you're gonna get the NBA slate talk, cooking up some parlays, and figuring out how to make Super Bowl sliders. The trifecta for your Sunday.
Can I just say, like, as a vegetarian, the one thing, like, we have vegan this, vegan that, vegetarian this, but the one thing that's missing in my life as a vegetarian is fucking sliders. Why do vegetarians not like mini burgers? What is wrong with that? Why can we not get some mini burgers?
Well,
Why-
also, you know what I could have done is, which I do a lot because I have family members that are vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, my wife's Middle Eastern, so a lot of people don't eat pork, don't eat meat, you know. A really nice substitute is cauliflower as like a steak kind of thing, or portobello mushrooms or meaty. I'm sure you know whatever, but anybody on stream, portobello mushrooms, you could throw those on the sliders, put a little balsamic in there with some cheese. So
You're inspiring me, Chef. I'll be watching the stream very intently.
Let's go.
So I'll be shredding this chicken with my hand. It's really cheap. Like all these ingredients probably cost total of, I would say, $25, and it feeds and it makes 24 sliders. You can bring them. They're really easy. People love the shit out of them because they're easy. They can just grab them. They don't have to, you know, make anything. It's going to be all there, and you can do whatever you want with them. So it's fantastic.
Bang.
Yeah.
I'm excited. My mouth is salivating. I'm so ready. Okay, so back to the other cooking that we were doing. Should we take Beal over 24.5 PA?
I thought, are we not coming back? To
Oh,
you?
we're gonna circle back. My bad.
Back.
Okay, let's circle back. All right, let's keep it moving then. Let's go to the next game on the slate here. Let's talk about this Pacers This
Jeff.
Pacers Hornets. What?
I was like, my name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Young Jeff Bands, what's up, buddy? All right, so now we're going into kind of the later games today. The Pacers taking on the Hornets. The Hornets are 9.5-point underdogs at home against this Pacers team, 237-point total. Lots of injury news still not out about this game yet. I'm pretty sure Halliburton is back for this game. From what I've seen lines for him. Siakam's obviously playing. No news on Turner yet, if he's going to be playing in this game. Chef, since you're popping in and joining us, what's your you got any preliminary thoughts on this Hornets Pacers game? High total, obviously, 237 in Charlotte. What's your read on this one?
Yeah, I mean, initial thoughts are, Hornets to cover. A lot of dogs going to be barking today, in my opinion.
I agree.
Honestly,
I agree with that.
Some of these teams have really nothing to lose. Hornets are, obviously a lot of people think they're going to get blown out. We just talked about this the other day. Like V, you said it perfectly. Pacers don't play defense. They guard the perimeter and they let people crash inside. And, their whole defense is trying to make more offense, right?
Yeah.
So they're just trying to score and score and score and score. And, as shitty as the Hornets defense is, and what it shouldn't be, this total should be another 249 game, in my opinion. So I don't trust the Pacers as of late. One day it's Neesmith, the other day it's Mathurin. Hallie being back, is he playing full minutes? Like, is he completely, like, he sketches me out as of late. I don't trust what he's doing and trying to do. As soon as he has 2 or 3 more consistent games where he's back fully. But they were at shoot around for the last 2 games though, and they've shit the bed completely. So I'm a little bit more sold on the Hornets. Like, Brandon Miller can absolutely run this team and cook. I know the Pacers are good offensively, but I think the Hornets can keep up. Absolutely.
I really like Brandon Miller's points that you brought that up. We've talked about this Pacers team a lot and how much they struggle. And Brandon Miller's been great since he came in with Charlotte, getting starter minutes for this team. I like the 22.5 minus 114. I think he could flirt with 30 as he kind of has been doing over the last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I really like the 22.5 points from Miller. Gents, what do you guys think?
I love it. We saw Brandon Miller. He had that game in San Antonio where he got fouled 9 minutes into the game and he didn't play again when he was going for that dunk. Since then, dude has been going crazy. So I love Brandon Miller points. I didn't get to lab this game fully properly because I'm not getting any lines for it. Just Siakam and Brandon Miller. That's it.
Yeah, same with me. So I was kind of frustrated by this because I do like this matchup as well. I think that Brandon Miller, his line last night was 21.5. I was thinking about locking it at that time. Now I'm seeing at 23.5. SPJ, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's just my book. But
it's locked for me right now. But I'm seeing 22.5 on other books. 22.5 minus
another
119.
that could go under the radar a little bit is Benedict Mathurin. I think that young guy in his second season against the Hornets defense, like, I know the Pacers defense has been bad, but the Hornets defense is probably equally, if not just as bad. You know what I mean? I think that the fact that they have nobody right now, they have nobody on the other side, and Mathurin's been coming off the bench. He's been giving them big minutes, and when he gets the ball, he's got this propensity to shoot the rock. Like, he's a guy that wants to score first. He's not looking for his teammates. He's not looking for the next pass. He's looking to get the ball into the hoop. Whether he's bringing up the ball, whether he gets the ball like within the offense, whatever's going on. No lines for him right now, so I'll be waiting, looking for lines, see what it comes out at. But Mathurin is, I think, a guy that shouldn't go under the radar in this game.
Do we want to circle back, or do we just want to take Brandon Miller 22.5?
We can even take Brandon Miller 20.
I kind of like Brandon Miller. I know Chef. Do you down with Brandon Miller?
Me too.
Easy.
I've got 23.5. Let me see if I can. Should we just do 20 plus?
Yeah.
Minus 20 plus is minus 250. I feel like that does the job.
Yeah. Word.
Okay. All right. 20 plus for Brandon Miller. Minus 250 from this game. We can maybe circle back to it when we get near the end if we've got some more lines.
No,
and stuff.
we got it. We're good. Just We all trust each other. It's our gut.
This is a good line too. If you have this on DK for 1 extra point, that's like 120 cents of juice.
Yeah.
V, for some reason, I can't take Brandon Miller at 20. There's no alt line for him.
Dude, 365's been fucking around like that. Hopefully, it comes out before the game tips off. But it's they do that with some players. Like they'll have their points line, but no milestone. It's so stupid.
What line are you seeing for him, Sook? Do you see a line for him?
My line is 22.5, minus 125. Should I just put that in there?
Let's just take that then, so we can all take it together.
Okay.
Because I think he's going to get 25. I know Shep likes it. I know we all kind of agree that he's going to have a good game. So
yeah, he'll get 30 for sure.
It's going to be high.
All these rookies, Chet, Wemby, and like have had this phase of games where they've kind of gone crazy. I think Brandon Miller's currently going through his.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just appreciate those guys? Those top 3 picks, they're balling. We're blessed. This new generation is looking great. Luka's still young, Tatum's still young. Like I know Durant, Curry, LeBron are on their way out, but we got a crop of young studs.
Brunson. Who would have expected 2nd round pick Jalen Brunson?
I told you, V, before we did the show, when he went to the Knicks, I said the Knicks stole this guy for $25 million a year.
Dude, he won 2 championships. I watched him at Villanova. This is when I was still into college basketball. He won 2 national titles and went in the 2nd round. Like,
yeah, insane.
Could you guys imagine if Brunson stayed in Dallas? Do you think Dallas is kicking themselves a little bit on the fact that they let him go?
Yeah.
I think Brunson's better than Kyrie, so yeah.
His durability, his scoring ability, and even though he's a smaller guy, his defensive ability because he's strong is insane, bro. Dude, he played on the I just love this guy, and he's the reason
go.
The Knicks. He played on a Villanova team with Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart, 4 NBA caliber players. He was their leading scorer. He was the reason they won 2 national titles, and he was the reason, not the reason, but him and Luka were the reason they went to a Western Conference Finals. It frustrates me to no end to watch an owner like Mark Cuban let Jalen Brunson walk. And I talked shit about it. I was like, the Knicks overpaid him. I will take full onus on that. 100% I did.
They did it again. They did it with Steve Nash, and then they did it with Brunson.
They repeated their mistake twice, bro. It's like, do you not have an eye for a good point guard? Like, what are you doing? Come on.
I think this is a point, and I do think that he probably would have not blossomed into the superstar that we're seeing now. But the Mavericks would be legit contenders in the West if he would have stayed, because Luka's not.
Like, if Brunson's playing the way that he does, then like I don't think Luka's the kind of guy that's gonna see somebody blossom and be like, yo, if this helps our team win, you know what I mean? I just don't think he thinks Kyrie helps their team win as much as people think, because he just doesn't. Right?
Brunson. Yeah, Brunson does. I think Luka would have definitely been like, yo, this dude's good. Let's fucking. I'm happy to have 17 assists and 15 of them.
They were homies, man. They liked each other. Like, they were friends.
Yeah.
Same draft class.
Yeah. Word. All right, let's move on from this game. Pacers, Hornets kind of capped that one off. We got 2 picks so far in the queue. The Pistons plus 9.5 and Brandon Miller over 23.5 points. So those are the 2 we have so far. Nothing from the Suns whiz yet, but we will get to that when we circle back to it. Let's talk about this Grizzlies-Celtics game. We talked about this a bit on Friday. The Celtics are 18-point favorites against the Grizzlies. I think that the Celtics are going to come out and absolutely fucking mollywop the Grizzlies. They need to, after what we saw on before. I don't want to take that Celtics minus 18. Fuck that. I don't love anything in this game, to be honest. Really don't like this game at all. I think the Celtics should handle their business, but if they do, then most props I don't think are going to hit. But gents, you guys have a pulse on this team. What's your feeling on this one?
V?
I have none, because this is the game where, like, forget about losing. If we don't cover, I might panic a little bit. You know what I mean? Vegas is giving us a 16-point spread. This is all this narrative. We're at home. We're off a loss to a terrible team in the Lakers without LeBron and AD. All this kind of stuff.
They're not terrible. Relax.
No, without LeBron and AD, like that's just any team without 2 fucking starters it's a tough. You know what I mean? Game to win, and you're gonna take 2 starters that average 25 each, right? That's what I'm trying to say. The Lakers are not like they were a 14-point dog in that game. If And now the Grizzlies are a 16-point dog with no Jaren Jackson tonight. I just think that if we don't cover in this game, you guys will catch me panicking a little bit.
I like Jaylen Brown alt points at 15 for minus 290, but I'm not seeing any lines for the other side. So
I don't even know who plays
Williams
for the
is
Grizzlies.
questionable. Jaren Jackson is out. Like, there's a lot of ugly injury stuff going on in this
I will say if for chat that when the lines do come out later today, look at GG Jackson, look at Vince Williams Jr. assists. But right now, I'm not seeing any props for these guys.
Chef, what do you think about this game?
The line is down to 19. Let's just skip this game.
No, let Chef go.
Oh, sorry, Chef.
Chef, what are your thoughts on this one?
No, real quick. So remember when I think we had a lotto that was riding on a Celtics player, and they got absolutely dog walked in the first half, and they sat their entire team for the second half. What team? What team was that against?
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
Okay, yeah, it was the Bucks. Is this the same energy? Because the next game they came out and they destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
It should be. But
is that what happened? I can't remember who it was, who they played, but it was like the next game they came out.
Yes, they came out the next game and absolutely I can't remember who it was, but they dog walked for sure.
So if they follow the same trend, I believe you guys. Both you guys are the Celtics guys. Like, take bias out of it, take your heart out of it. Look at it from your NBA minds, like from somebody who just blindly trusts what you guys say about the Celtics. Is this where they do come out and they beat them by 30? Or is this something like you're like, actually, there's something in my gut that says, holy shit, they can't cover this game either?
It was the Rockets, and they did slap them 145 to 130.
And the Rockets have a good defense. So, that was a really good. So
it was at home.
Is this the same vibe, or is there something in your gut being like, you know what, this spread scares me, and Memphis is not giving a fuck right now because their bench players just having a good time? Like, you tell me if it scares you, then I'm staying off it. If it doesn't scare you, then we're taking Hauser and Pritchard for their assists or rebounds or threes or whatever. Because they'll, mollywop them and they'll be up by 50 and midway through the third quarter.
So,
KP.
I will say this, that it's a 19-point spread. I think there's a very realistic chance that they don't cover, but it's still a blowout, right? So a blowout is 17, 16, 15 kind of points, and that kind of thing could affect it, right? Especially if there's a backdoor cover where, like, the Celtics were down 40 for most of that game against the Bucks, but I think they ended up losing by 20. Right, so it could be one of those things where if people do go to the bench, the spread changes and things like that happen. Due to 19-point spread with the Grizzlies and all of their injuries and everything like that, if I like the Hauser and Pritchard looks, because those are guys that are gonna play probably anyways and will play well into a blowout. So like Hauser and Pritchard are guys that get like 16, 17 minutes per game, Sook, right? And then now if it's a blowout, that probably jumps up to 22, 23 minutes per game. So I think that's a safer look because they will get playing time and they will get more playing time if it's a blowout. It's not like we're depending on the blowout, but we're also not opposed to the blowout if we want to go with that angle.
So I'm just looking at different stats here because unfortunately, there's no lines for Pritchard, Hauser. Those lines are probably not going to drop until probably an hour and a half before tip-off. So that's unfortunate, but I'm kind of liking the RA for Jaylen Brown, over 8.5. He's had that in 2 of his last 3 games. He's had it in 2 straight versus the Grizzlies. One of them was this season. I think Ja played in that game though, so kind of. But I don't hate that.
Mm-hmm. Even if you buy his RA down to 8,
can you do that? Is that available?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I feel like he's going to play into the third quarter. And if I think he has a chance to, I don't like the points. The points feel sketchy. Like, why are we setting one of the better scorers on this team at 18.5? Like, that's sus, dude. He could have 20 very easily.
His RA 8.5 is kind of sus too, because he's been like his
It's true.
rebounding line sits at like 5.5. You know what I mean? His assist line sits at like 3.5.
Can we just do that and move on? I like that. I think if this
The
game
RA?
gets messy, if this game gets messy, it's going to soar over. And even if he sits, I still think he hits if it's a blowout. Like, I think both scenarios, it's still a good look.
Don't overthink it, please. What do you
Wait,
want us to not
is
overthink?
Brown possibly gonna sit?
Waiting on Brown news. Hi, Royal. What's up, man?
Well, we need to get your
Yes,
Hanson
yes.
face up here too at some point, brother.
I know, brother. We got to get you on.
He's questionable right now. What I'm saying, SPJ.
Fuck. If he doesn't play, the spread drops down to like 14 or something.
I don't think that many points.
14.
15? 16 and a half?
It was at 16. Yeah, maybe like 16.5, 17.
It's
I don't
18.
think they moved that much.
It's 18 right now. It's 18 and a half right now. Jesus Christ.
Why don't we circle
All right,
back to this?
let's skip this game for now and come back to it because
Word.
Jesus. Let's talk about a better game. Well, watch the fucking Grizzlies win outright. Sorry, boys.
Yeah,
all right,
seriously. I mean,
absolutely.
fuck. At this
If they win
point,
outright, I
this
need a
point-
bigger button than a panic button. I need something bigger than that.
Grizzlies money line is plus 1200.
Grizzlies money line,
That goes in the
Pistons
lotto.
money line, Hornets money line. What is that?
Book it.
Oh my
That's
God.
a lot of right
That's
there.
enough for that we own FanDuel if it
Grizzlies.
hits. We just own FanDuel.
All right, so we've got next up Clippers versus the Heat. The Heat are at home in this game against the Clips. The Clippers are 4-point favorites on the road. The over-under is set at 225.5. It went up a half a point. I haven't labbed this one really, so I don't have any major thoughts so far. But what are you guys seeing for this game?
Man, I don't know.
This was a tough game to lab.
I was thinking Kawhi. Totals low. Both teams play well defensively, but the Miami Heat defense at home has been bad, dude. Like, I don't know what it is. They have a top 10 defense in the league, but at home it becomes bottom 20. Bottom 10. I got to pull up the exact numbers, but I feel like there's somebody that could have a big game here for the Clippers or the Heat. Clippers are on a long-ass road trip. They've been on the East Coast for a minute now. I also see the Miami Heat players. I like Hero assists. We wrote that 2 days ago. Smack. I don't.
What do you guys think about Kawhi threes?
Ooh.
You know who's smacking their PRA, which might be one of my plays of the day.
Who?
Who the fuck was everybody on last game?
Jimmy?
No. James Harden?
Yep.
Harden?
Nobody's on him. Nobody had a guy like James Harden does not shit the bed twice in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, my only question though would be how long have they been in Miami? Because if they went out in Miami last night, Harden is going to be sweating tequila, homie, like straight up sweating it. So
everyone thinks that everybody's on his under.
What about his assists? Just the assists?
Could be. I like his PRA.
I like what Chef is saying though, because I will say that Miami's like perimeter defense and their perimeter defenders have been lackluster. If Jimmy like is gonna be defending somebody, it's gonna be one of their top players, as in Paul George or Kawhi Leonard, right? Bam Adebayo and Hayward Highsmith are probably gonna see time on Kawhi Leonard as well. Could be a great spot for James Harden to kind of do everything in what people think is a tougher matchup and against a tougher defense and the matchup that doesn't really make sense, right?
Yep.
I could definitely see James Harden having a big game here.
James having a shit game last game and then going to Miami and all the doubters being like, oh, he shit the bed. He's going to shit the bed again. He's in Miami. Like, he's a professional basketball player. Like, and he's a very good one at that. He's not going to shit the bed again and people and make people think that like he's on the Clippers for a reason.
And he's got the most history against Miami, having played with the Sixers for like 3 years.
What's that?
So we could take.
He's got the most history against Miami, having played with the Sixers and in the Eastern Conference for the last few years.
Yeah.
Brooklyn and the Sixers.
All right, so let's take Harden because you guys didn't convince me. And
He's
whenever
hitting the
Chef
Miami
says something
Cubs after the triple-double tonight. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
That's so let's take. I would say let's either take his RA at 12.5. That feels comfortable, or his PA at 24.5. I kind of like the RA, honestly.
Doesn't matter.
That 24 and a half
Alright.
PA sounds spicy.
Chat, what do you guys want? Do you guys want the RA, PA, assists, PRA for Harden? What are we taking for Harden? What do you guys think? I lean RA personally, but if you guys want to do PA, I'm into it. I'm down. 24 and a half.
I'm leaning with the PA, I think, man.
PA?
Yo, weird segueing question because I can't find it. With Westbrook, statistically, Westbrook is the best sixth man in the league. What are the odds for him to win the award?
Let me take a look.
I can't find
agree
it
with that.
because I'm such an amateur. So please find that for me.
Yeah.
Is Westbrook gonna play a lot in this game? Because I like taking random Westbrook lines. I know you do too, Chef.
I do like Westbrook usually. Lately, I don't. I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
Fair.
He's
Well,
kind of been
5,000,
lackluster,
sir.
which sucks because like I am always a fan of. Okay, is it going to be a blood? Is it I mean, is he hot? He's not hot. He's not doing it for me. So I've been staying off him.
Royal said that Hardaway was the favorite last time he checked for sixth man of the year.
Okay.
Dude, speaking of Hardaway, I can't believe I jinxed myself on that last night. He had 18 points. I had over 18 and a half. I'm sitting with Gerald at the bar. We're just like having a couple of drinks, grabbing some food. I'm just like, oh, Harden has 18. I was like, let me just tweet something right now. And then literally as soon as I tweeted, he didn't score one more point. And Gerald looks at me. He's like, bro, he said, you've done this. Like, you know better than to do that.
Did it to yourself. Yeah,
That's how it always happens. It was the other day, and I even came on surgical stream for the first time in like a year and a half. Yeah, I know. I actually had like 5 minutes of like time, and I commented in chat, and Trent was like, "Get up here." I was like, "All right." And so I was chatting with Trent and telling him the whole Nurkic, the birth of my second child story, and I was like, "Take Jared on PR. He's gonna cook tonight, right?" So he puts him in his entry. I'm like, "Yeah, Jared Allen PR. That's like my nuke of the night, my play, whatever." And he had like 23. It was 27 and a half, 23.
Mm-hmm.
I think start of the third quarter or some bullshit. I was like, this is fucking piece of cake. And
And he gets hurt.
And then I put, another whatever on his PR, his live PR. Immediately goes to the locker room. Immediately.
Oh man.
Doesn't hit his regular line, doesn't hit the alt line. It was like, I'm telling you, man. So I'm like, no double dipping.
Literally, bro.
Well, also, like, I think there is something to say about, especially when you're in this position where you, like, I don't like tweeting about stuff in action until something is for sure cashed, because then you're in the clear. Because then I think it puts bad juju out there about the play.
I do too. I believe in that, and I was like 18. He's 1 point. There's 10.
You broke your own rule, dude.
Royal.
Yeah, it's like with the Banchero over the other day. He wouldn't talk about it, and it's hit. And then he talks about Hardaway, and it doesn't hit.
You know what was fucking hilarious, Suck? Remember when you texted? You're like, yo, you're already conceding defeat on Banchero? I was not. I was putting out bad juju for the under. I was trying to reverse jinx. Sandy replies right away. He's like, you stop this right now. You stop right now.
It does, dude. The amount of times I'll send a tweet. Sometimes I'll even send something in the group chat, and all I get back from B is just this emoji. Just nothing.
But Royal, we're going back to him today, though, right? Because like he sold me the other day his over 1.5 threes, but like he has the best matchup in the league today.
We'll get there because I have thoughts on that game too.
Let's go.
All right, so let's do Harden and let's do the PA because I think everybody kind of agreed that the PA was the vibe. Chef likes it. I think you guys are into it. We'll go PA over 24 and a half. I also kind of like Paul George's over 2.5 threes just as a separate. I might do that as a straight bet, but where are we at here? James Harden over 24.5 points and assists. There we go.
Yep.
All right, we've got 3 legs so far. Pistons plus 9.5. Brandon Miller over 22.5 points, and then James Harden over 24.5 points and assists plus 453. We hope you guys are having a good time hanging out with us today for the All Sauce team for a Saucy Sundays, going through the NBA slate. Thanks for kicking it with us. Brought to you by Betting News. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Where we at?
I'm ready to construct if you want to take a 2-minute break.
I would love to take a 2-minute break. Let's construct. Yes, the Pistons line is the alt line. Yep, it is.
All right.
Also, shout out everybody vibing out with us all morning. I'm having a great fucking time. What a great
Yeah,
Sunday.
we're having a really good Sunday. We appreciate you guys kicking it. We're gonna do this more on Sundays as well. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hope we're helping you guys out, and you guys are helping us out by dropping your locks in the chat. So keep hanging.
All right,
You
let me
switch
see
your
if I
camera,
can-
Chef?
No, I'm gonna try something different because I got this laptop. I'm gonna use the fuck out of this laptop. So
Okay. There
how's
you go.
that?
Beauty.
Beauty. Get after it.
Right. So you bought these. It's a 12-pack roll. Get the savory butter rolls. Don't get the regular Hawaiian sweet rolls. That's gonna fuck everything up. So you get the rolls. You cut them in half. Keep them together like this, right? Put them on your tray, and then you've got your rotisserie chicken, and you put as much barbecue sauce as you want. You literally just peel apart the rotisserie chicken with your hand, and now it's this beautiful, shredded chicken, delicious, easy, cheap. And you just slap it on there. Okay.
You guys came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes, and you left hungry. That's how that works.
And like I said, these are like, I honestly, I swear to God, these are a fucking hit. Because there's like no work. It's not like a dip where you need to like heat it up at the, whatever. It's like you can just, people love to just grab these and go. Okay, so there's that. And then, like I said, that was just the rotisserie chicken with barbecue sauce. That's it. And then for the rotisserie chicken, I do pepper jack cheese. You can put red onion on there, red or purple onion on there, and that gives it like a little bit of a
Vegetable.
a spice or a kick. But I don't do that because people are pretty particular. So we do like 6 slices of cheese. It'll melt perfectly. Okay. And then what I showed you guys before is the let's see here, is the beef, right? So 6 slices of cheese. Eat the cheese while you're doing it. I mean, it's a journey. Eat along the way. I don't know what you do with the second one. Like I said, you're vegan. Mushroom, do fish sliders, do whatever you want. But hold on, let me just cut these. And then
I want some fucking sliders now. Jesus Christ.
the beef that I just threw in the oven for like 25 minutes. It was literally just a patty with garlic salt or garlic, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And people are asking, what kind of beef do I get? Get the 80/20. Don't get the 93/7. That's bullshit. There's no fat in it. There's no flavor. Get the fatty one. It's a lot of flavor.
That is 100% the only way to do it.
So you got your sliders here. It's cooked in the juices. It's not like it's like fried or anything like that. And then you do cheddar cheese. This one's going to be cheddar cheese, just like a cheeseburger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do regular onion for this, if you want. But like I said, people have their own, not dietary restrictions, but some people just don't like onions. So, and then you put them on top. You put the little buns on top, and then what you can do, if you want, is you melt some butter. You can melt some butter. And you can drizzle it over the top before you now let me see if I can get a good shot of these. I don't know if I can, but let me see here. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
baby.
can melt some butter over the top there. That'll give it a nice
Right,
golden brown. But these are already butter rolls, so they should glisten up pretty well. And all you have to do now, you throw it in the oven for 15, 20 minutes until the cheese is melted. The beef's already cooked, the chicken's already cooked, and then your gravy. But now you got, 24 sliders that you can send out and hand out to people, and it's a piece cake. I mean, how long have I been in here?
Like 30 minutes.
Yeah, took no time at all, and I've been talking this entire time. So,
Dang.
And there's
Yeah.
And Chad is now incredibly hungry, myself included. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
same.
chef is so hot right now. Facts. Diet Coke chef. Yeah, chef Diet Cokes it up, man.
all right.
All right, let's get back to the other cooking that we've been doing. V made the lotto at the bottom of the screen. It's scrolling at the bottom. These are the first 3 legs we have put together. We're going through every game and finding a play in every single game with you guys. Chef just showed you guys also these making sliders at the same time. All right, so we've got the Pistons plus 9.5, Brandon Miller over 23.5 points, and James Harden over 24.5 points and assists. Let's go to this Rockets Timberwolves game. The Rockets take on the Timberwolves today, this evening in Minnesota tonight in the Target Center. The over/under is 221.5. The live spread is 7.5 towards the home team, towards the Wolves. I have a play that I like in this game. I like Sengun over 4.5 assists. I like that a lot. I think that he's going to have. He didn't actually hit it when the last time that these teams played, but he's been facilitating the rock like crazy, especially with how well Jalen Green's been playing. I think with Gobert and Cat down low against Sengun gives him a little bit more defensive issues scoring the ball. I like the 4.5 assists, playable number. Let me just check the live line on that. What are you guys seeing for this game?
100%.
Yeah.
1,000%. He's not been rebounding, great as of late, and Minnesota's really good. So it's hard to take Rudy at this point when his line's like 13, 14, 15. So I don't know about that for his boards, but Sengun's going to have to dish it out. So I love that.
Yeah, I'm seeing over 4.5 minus 144. I mean, I'd be maybe convinced to go back to Jalen Green with how he burned us last game. His points is 17.5, but the Grizzlies
His
do play
world
really
sports
good
are
perimeter
atrocious, dude. Like, they're bad.
Yeah.
It's something that I wouldn't want to touch. He could hit tonight again, but it's a tough matchup. It's against the Wolves. They also just they just lost to the Magic. I know that they don't want to lose again tonight. This is a 7.5 point spread for a reason. I think the Rockets, they're gonna have a few guys struggling. I think Jalen Green might be one of those guys. I like the Sengun assists or Sengun look a lot more.
Just looking at because Freddie's assist is 6.5, which seems kind of low. I just want to check and see what his splits have looked like. He had 8 last time they played. It was in Houston though. That looks very enticing. It's fucking juiced. It's minus 145 over 6.5. But I mean, Freddie can flirt with a double like any night. And he's not going to be scoring against this team. So, but I mean, my favorite was Sengun. V or Sook, what do you think?
Am I crazy to say Freddie threes?
Yes, but why do you like it?
I don't know. I just think against this tough defense, he might have to take a couple long threes. I don't know. There's not too much logic to it. Freddie?
I agree with that sentiment, to be honest, because this is a really, really tough defense. Like Jalen Green's line, we took it 2 days ago at 22.5. Now they're giving it to us at 17.5.
It's like you like the Sengun assists. Who's he going to chuck it out to if he gets doubled, right? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because Freddie might pull one of the softer matchups. He's not.
This is true. Freddie is on the bad list. So, okay, never mind. It was just a thought.
I like the looks. Look, I'll probably take that with you.
Thank you, Murph, for bringing me back to reality.
Should we just take Sengun 5 assists then?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. I'm getting minus 144. I feel like that's yeah. When we're done cooking this up, we will read off the entire lotto, and then we'll also put together another lotto that we will post on our Twitter account at Your Betting News, and we'll all be retweeting it. So just give us a follow at Your Betting News, and we'll be posting it over there. But if you keep hanging out with us, you'll see the entire play that we put together on the screen as well. So keep kicking. Puddinhead, I haven't seen Puddinhead in a minute. What's up, buddy? All right. let's keep it moving. Let's go to Raptors Thunder in Oklahoma City tonight. The Raptors are 9-point underdogs on the road in this game. Over/under set at 238.5. Really high total for a high spread in this game. The Raptors looked awful the other night against the Rockets. Thank you, Raptors, for showing up to that game. I mean, I kind of lean with the Raps +9 in this situation. They're getting RJ Barrett back in this game. His points line is set at 22.5. Kind of like that aspect of things. I think this might be a tiny bit of a letdown spot for the Thunder. They are better at home, but the Raptors played awful last game. I think they come out and kind of right the ship a tiny bit in this one. I have no thought, though, besides that. What do you guys think about this game?
It's hard for me to back the Raptors after what they did to us the other day. That's so sad.
100%. I just know they ain't gonna play that bad again. They were terrible.
Do we take the Canadian Lou Dort over 1.5 threes?
That's painful.
What's the Raptors' perimeter defense like? I forget.
Their defense has been bad since they traded OG and Siakam and everybody away. They've given up a lot of points.
That's why this total's so high.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, the Raptors are 2-8 in their last 10, and they're giving up a lot of points, and they're not scoring a lot. They're horrible lately.
Really bad.
So they are getting Poeltl back, which does make a difference.
Yeah,
Poeltl's back last game.
Oh, great.
No difference.
Yeah, but first game after injury, like
I know, but like Poeltl's good. I don't think he's like difference maker though.
What about Poeltl's assists over 1.5 assists? He had 4 the last time he played the Thunder. He's had 2+ assists in 9 of his last 10 games. Didn't hit it last game when he came back, but that Houston game was awful.
You said Chetty?
No, Poeltl.
Assists 1.5. I do like that. Chef,
Sure.
Thoughts?
It's kind of gross, but
Sorry, say that again.
Poeltl over 1.5 assists.
Yeah. I mean, I was even kind of looking at his boards. You know, OKC gives up a lot of boards. He's pretty well rested. Is this his first game?
Second
game. He played last game. I think he would have played more too, if the Rockets didn't fucking blow him out of the water. He only played 20 minutes in that game.
And YouTube wants Poeltl over 6.5 rebounds, and the fact that they're from YouTube, they get my vote.
We gotta get. I mean, I like the. What about the RA over 9? Oops, shit, that's not right. Oh, that's just on Prize Picks. God damn it.
Yeah, he played a really low amount of minutes, but I don't know, man. I think I put his boards in my early morning lotto because I like him. I think he does a really good job when he is healthy, and he's going to try to alleviate some of that Barnes trying to crash the boards and not doing well at all. But he is back. Only 2 games back, and you know what we like to do with guys that come back right away. It's like just like wait. Let's just like see how they do. Like see if they're actually. But for a flyer, I like his boards. Especially how piss poor the Oklahoma rebound defense is. So yeah. But for a lotto, for like a serious lotto that we're doing, like not that mine isn't serious, but like I want to give him a minute. I want to give him a minute more.
Okay. I mean,
so I can't tempt you with Poeltl 7.5 points over.
I kind of like that, dude. I was just looking at that. It's low as fuck. And
it's a high total.
OKC struggles against centers, man.
I also do like Chet assists over 2.5.
2.5 assists.
Look at this.
What about SGA assists? I mean, it's a high total.
6.5 minus 140.
Yeah, dude's been like on fire facilitating.
He has been. I think he scores in this game though. Who's gonna guard him? Scotty? RJ?
Got someone.
Scotty probably.
Scotty can't keep up with it. Assists. I like the assists. He hasn't done it against the Raptors consistently in his past, but that doesn't mean anything with how he's been playing recently. Chet PRA.
The Chet assist line has hit in, I think, where was it? Where we go?
Shout out Kanika that had me betting Chet assists all season.
56% home games.
I like the over 2.5 minus 144.
Puddinhead agrees with V2 with the Dort threes.
Raptors give up a lot of points. I think there's like value to be had here. Instead of taking one of the Raptors props, I feel like there's more value to be had on the Oklahoma City Thunder side.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I do agree with that. Yeah,
100%.
So
what's your boy's gut? What's your gut tell you?
I kind of like the Chet assist look, honestly.
I'm not going to go Chet or Dort or even like SJ assists or whatever because they give up a lot of points. I would just rather like live or die with one of the Thunder players that going up against a really bad defense rather than Podol in his second game back.
Chef, you want to be the deciding factor?
Chet assists or who was the other option?
Dort threes over 1.5.
There's no read there. You guys should know. I said that because he's from Canada and they're playing the Raptors. So
yeah, Chet assists.
Chet.
All right, let's go Chet assists over 2.5.
I think he plays a lot tonight.
Me too. Should have a good game. And Podol will give him a little bit more defensive issues than whoever else they would have had down low. So that does add in.
But sometimes I feel like defensive issues result in assists for talented bigs.
Exactly. All right, let's keep it going. This game. Bucks taking on the Jazz in Utah tonight. Giannis and Dame going into Utah against the really, pesky Jazz team at home. Lost that heartbreaker to the Sixers the other day. They're 3-point favorites at home right now. It's moved a little bit. It was 1.5, as you can see. It's moved to 3. Over 246.5 is the total in this game. Maybe the highest. Is this the highest total on the board? I think it is.
I think so, yeah.
So I have thoughts on this one. I know we probably all do because of the total. And both of these teams have some good players and good matchups. I think my favorite play in this game is Giannis over 6.5 assists. He just had 10 last night. He's had 11 plus assists in 2 straight games versus the Jazz. I will be playing this as a straight bet. I will also be sprinkling his triple-double because I think that he could have a big game scoring and rebounding as well with how the Jazz struggle defensively against big, strong, fast power forwards. But I like his assists at over 6.5. That was one of my favorite plays. And the other side I was looking at was Colin Sexton over 19.5 points. He's been great. Bucks struggle against guards. Just feels like an easy spot to take it at that. Those are the first 2 that I had circled for this one. What do you guys think about this game? I'm sure everybody has thoughts on this one.
It's an interesting spot. I think like the spread. Look at the spread. It's a Jazz and a Bucks team. The Bucks are top 3 in the East. The Jazz I don't even think they're in a play-in spot currently. They've just been bad. And even like after that little win streak that they had in January and everything like that, they kind of looked bad once again with like guys like Clarkson, Sexton, and everybody looking kind of bad. I don't know what's going on with the spread here, but it tells me that there's going to be points scored in this game. It's going to be one of those closely contested games. Malik Beasley's line is one that is super strange to me, sitting at 12.5. It's a line he has not hit a lot this season, has not hit a lot in his last 10, and he's a guy that floats around 8.5, 9.5. That's a strange one to me. I don't know. I think he used to play for the Jazz. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if it's a narrative spot or what that is. But I don't like it. I was just hoping for an explanation on that one. But I'm looking for Jordan Clarkson line. Still waiting on that. Don't have any yet. But other than that, I like the assist line for Giannis.
I like Fontecchio threes over 1.5 minus 120. High total, good shooter, kind of a low-key guy, but he's super talented. An older guy that came into the league later on after playing pro overseas for a long time. I think he's a good little player. And at 1.5 minus 120, I kind of like that against this Bucks defense. But the one thing that does scare me is that everything that made the Bucks defense so terrible at the start of the season with Adrian Griffin all of those schemes have gone away. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Brooke Lopez was literally shouting at the bench multiple games because Adrian Griffin would ask him to come up, ice plays, or not help, stay home on corner shooters, and let guys go to the bucket. So Doc Rivers definitely is implementing new defensive schemes because you don't fire a coach with a winning record unless the players hate what he's doing. So that's the one thing that scares me about the Fontecchio threes, but that's the one look I was looking at.
Chef, what do you think about this game?
What game were we talking about? Sorry.
Jazz Bucks.
Jazz Bucks.
I heard Fontecchio. I fucking love that guy, man. He's like my Corey Kispert of the Jazz. All he does is come in for like 21 fucking minutes and just shoot threes.
Yeah.
I mean, the perimeter defense for the Bucks is piss. So I don't hate that at all. I'm just logging into FanDuel now for the first time with this new PC, so I'm looking at, let's see, Fontecchio lines. But I assume Fontecchio is like minus 120 for 2 threes or something.
It's minus 15.
Jesus Christ, you know your shit.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
that's exactly
Minus
what it is.
Yeah. I gotta remember like 75 fucking plays every day. I gotta remember this shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that's a sign. I think Fontecchio is where we go.
Yeah.
I will say this though. When we do the lotto though, I really want to do Giannis 10 assists in the lotto.
Cool.
If you guys are down for that.
Down.
Oh,
so we don't double dip.
Nuts.
This is a triple double.
That's also down. He's had a 10 plus assists in 2 straight versus the Jazz. I just think that there's going to be a lot of assist opportunities for Giannis in this game. But yeah, I'm down to do Fontecchio over 1.5. He didn't hit it earlier this season against Milwaukee in Milwaukee, but the game before that, last year at home, he had 4 threes in that game.
Oh.
See a little stinky.
Oh, we have a baby. We got a little baby.
Oh, little baby Vera.
Hi, little baby.
Vera.
That's cute. Hi, Vera. All right, so Fontecchio threes over 1.5. Bing bong. Okay. Next up, is this the last game? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll circle back. All right, so we've got the Trailblazers taking on the Nuggies. 14.5 point spread here. Tough matchup, and it's on a back-to-back. They literally just played 2 days ago in Denver again. I like Jokic in this matchup. I also really like Malcolm Brogdon for his PRA. Let me just pull up the numbers for Brogdon. What do you guys see about this game? Big spread. They just played. It's kind of weird, but I think there's still some good spots in this matchup. What are you guys seeing?
I like Aaron Gordon, man.
Aaron Gordon. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I think I actually saw you on that, V. So I know that we've talked about over the past like week and a half about the Ayton train, the Ayton wagon.
Mm-hmm.
No more. I mean,
brutal,
especially up against a guy, Jokic. I'm gonna wait until he can play against a shittier paint defense because I worry about these couple games against the Nuggets kind of hurting his ego a little bit and him not being as aggressive as much. So I know a lot of people asked about Ayton because that was like our cash cow for a couple games, but that's I'm staying off of Ayton tonight. But Brogdon, I love Brogdon absolutely. He's kind of like the same. I mean, what would you compare him? Would you compare him to Gordon? Like kind of like the same style, or kind of, or
guard?
Like, yeah, I mean, but I love Brogdon. And Gordon's lines are always so sneaky, and it's pretty consistent with what he's doing. I'll have to look at his lines. I haven't looked at him today, but I love Joker tonight. I think he just kind of, this is a chance for him to dominate against a guy like Ayton, who's at a weak point right now in his little ebb and flow, and he's going to catch him at his low right now. So I love Joker.
So Jokic last game against them, even that was a big spread too in that game. He had a triple double in that game. He had 22 rebounds, and how many assists did he have? 12 assists.
12, yeah.
Yeah, he's had a double-double or triple-double in 2 straight games versus the Blazers. His triple-double split sitting at plus 160. I do kind of like that look.
Yeah, I think it was 175 when they played Portland last game. And it was, I mean, that was free cheese. So if anything, like we could put, I don't know, alt 16 board. What's alt 16 boards or
We
something?
could do that in the moonshot guy. Yeah.
Buy his boards
But I
down.
mean,
I would buy his boards down, or something with Aaron Gordon.
Just a quick pitch on Aaron Gordon. I wrote about this too on Betting News. Go Pete Scribbles. But so he's averaging 13.7 points per game this season. But the thing is that home is where his splits like jump. He's shooting 54.3% from the field, but he's shooting 60% at home. He's also over his line at 13.5 and 75% of his home games. And it's not like it's a small sample size. It's 20 games. He's like in his last game, in his game against Portland, his last game, he had 18 points. He shot 7 of 9, which is, I know, probably like you would think a little bit of regression, but they're high percentage shots. The Blazers have a hard time guarding him. Even if you look back at his game logs from last season, they've had a hard time with his size and his combination of both size and speed. And the thing is when players or teams come into Denver, they're playing a little bit like at a disadvantage just because of the altitude, just because of how tired teams are. And I think that's another reason why you see the Denver players do so much better at home, especially the role guys like Michael Porter or Aaron Gordon or all of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that I really like Aaron Gordon today. So that's my pitch on him, basically.
I like the 13.5 points. I'm down to put it in this. He had 18 last game. Like you said, he plays better at home. I think these should have plenty of opportunities to get there. 13.5 feels very attainable. I like it. What do you think, sir?
I'm looking at what Conic said with this Jabari Walker, 6.5
Dude,
rebounds,
Walker
minus 115.
boards.
Chef, you had his 7+ in that last same game parlay. He hit in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah. He has been grubbing, and especially with the whole Ayton narrative of he's in his downturn right now. Like, I love it. I absolutely love Walker boards.
Jabari Walker is a good player. Yeah. He's another guy from Colorado, like Andre Robertson, Derek White. These guys just produce defensive-minded players, and Jabari Walker is super athletic.
Colorado?
Colorado College, yeah.
Denver?
Yeah. Oh, didn't you? I'm talking and don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, let's do that then. But I do like Aaron Gordon for 15 too, for plus money.
So I think let's take. So if we did Walker,
what if we just did 5 for Walker?
I can only do 6+, which is minus 195.
We can even do 6+. Me and Sir can take 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
take
that.
Aaron Gordon out.
Unless you want to keep Aaron Gordon in.
Do 2 plays in this game?
There's no rules. That's the best part.
Yeah.
There is no rules.
We don't have to play in the Celtics game, do we? So
exactly.
Yeah, maybe we just completely skip that game too.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's do Aaron Gordon then. So Aaron Gordon 13.5, and then Walker 6+. Should we just not be soft and take his regular line then?
Down.
It'll help. It'll even juice up the parlay more, and I don't hate it.
Yeah. What do you think, B? You in?
I like Gordon a lot. Yeah, I'm all the way in. I've laddered him, so shit ain't hitting, but
Nah. Cash money. So I got Jabari Walker over 6.5 rebounds, 7+, and then Aaron Gordon 14+ points.
Oh, it's
So
not
those-
letting me do both of them.
You can't say SGP?
265 is gonna catch some hands, bro. I don't know why they're doing that shit.
That's stupid.
That's okay. You guys do both.
All right. Well, we're gonna add one more leg because we've got 9 right now. Or sorry, we have 8 legs and it's plus 93.55. Let's get one more in here from one of the games that we skipped. I think we got to do something in the Suns Wizards game. So let's find what we want to take in this one.
Do we have Beal assists?
No, we skipped that. We said we were going to circle back to it. I like Beal assists.
Beal assists moved to 5.5 from 4.5.
I
Is
got
5
4.5
available
minus
now?
150.
I got 5.5 plus 120.
You can't do the alt line?
I think I can.
Milestones.
I think I can, yeah.
You could also take his PA I know Chef said he liked the PA.
Yeah, that might be a play that I'm very liking.
That's over
for the
24.5. PA is minus 125.
Never
like that's
can
it.
Tobias.
Tobias Harris?
Oh, he's not playing today. That's why he said ignore me. Okay. I thought she was being sarcastic, like ignore me.
Oh.
And I was like, what? No.
We never ignore you. I like the Beal 24.5 PA.
Yeah?
You guys down with that?
Yeah.
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 All right, so that means this 9-legger is plus 17,018.
All right. You want to read it off one time, SPJ?
Yeah, I got it. All right, so I'll read it off, make sure we're happy with it before I press the button. So, Chad, listen up. So we got Detroit Pistons plus 9.5. So that's the alternate spread for the Pistons versus the Magic. Brandon Miller over 22.5 points from the Hornets. James Harden over 24.5 points and assists from the Clippers Heat game. Alperen Sengun over 4.5 assists from the Rockets. Chet Holmgren over 2.5 assists from the Thunder. Simone Fontecchio over 1.5 threes from the Jazz. Aaron Gordon over 13.5 points. And Jabari Walker over 6.5 rebounds from the Blazers Nuggets game. And then Bradley Beal over 24.5 points and assists. And that's plus 17,096.
Could you read me the last 2 legs again, SPJ?
Yeah, so Aaron Gordon over 13.5 points, and then Jabari Walker over 6.5 rebounds from the Nuggets Blazers game. And then Bradley Beal over 24. What's up, Bookies? Over 24.5 points and assists.
Cool. Plus 17,000.
196. It just went up. Bing bong. I'm putting a boost on it to get it to plus 22,000. Woohoo!
There it is, scrolling at the bottom, chat.
Are we happy?
Yeah.
Booking?
Booking it.
Okay. All right, I'm in it. So I boosted it to plus 22,000. So $5 pays $1,277.95.
Oh, baby.
Bing bong. Chad is scrolling at the bottom if you guys would like to ride with us. That what we just put together for you guys, that 9-legger, will go nowhere else. It is only for you guys in the chat. So that's what you guys get for tuning into the show and hanging out for the whole time. You get to see the parlay we put together. This one that we're about to do right now, which is the 4-legger, which is the moonshot, this one will go on Twitter. So give us a follow at Your Betting News. I'm sure Chef will also post a link as well if you guys want to ride with that. I can... I don't know if I can do a screenshot.
I can do something.
It's scrolling at the bottom, Angel Wings, so you'll be able to see it there.
Take a screenshot right now, everybody.
There you go.
We need that screenshot.
There it is, right there.
Take it. Take the screenshot.
Bing bong. And then it'll be scrolling at the bottom while you're listening for this last portion here. Okay, so the moonshots. I feel like that we kind of touched on all the plays we wanted to take, but let's just cap it off. What do we want to do with KD?
I think 30 plus is a good spot.
Plus 175.
Yeah. If we have 4 legs.
Yeah. What do you think? You guys cool with 30 plus? I mean, I was thinking we could even go to 35 plus 490.
I mean, I'm with it.
I mean, if it's a moonshot, plus 175 is not giving me a chub.
Same.
We got 435.
We could do 30.5 for plus 210. Just the one extra point.
So can we even get 35 on 365? We have to go points high.
Yeah, we would have to do that.
What is
What
the
do you think,
number?
Chef?
It goes 30 to 40 for us.
Yeah.
I can book it for
points,
you guys.
points high is 33.5
I mean, I could get down with that. SPJ, do you have that?
plus 350.
I have where's KD alt points? Here he is. I have 30. Oh shit. Buttons. There we go. I have 31.5 for plus 260.
31.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
So 32 points. You guys
Chef,
you down,
you like
Chef?
KD?
Giddy what?
No,
Points.
Point.
Kevin Durant.
Oh, Durant points.
Mm-hmm. Against where he's from. His mom's going to be in the house.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
No,
I'm
curious. Like, totally 100%. Like, you know, it's his. I think it's his game to do that. Hold on a second. Hold on. I mean, there's a lot of points to be had. Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so I like Cade assists 10 plus.
Yeah.
Should we K double-double, Giannis double-double, or triple-double?
So I just want to do the Cade 10 assists just to cover the basis that we're probably losing a couple cents of value, but just in case something crazy happens and he doesn't score 10 points.
Oh, God.
Let me just check the double-double value here. Hang on. Yeah, the double-double is plus 400, and the 10 plus assists is plus 430. So you're even getting better value on the 10 assists.
One more time, Malamo? I don't know how to say the name.
There's the screenshot right there.
Take the screenshot again.
Bing bong. I put $5 on it just to tell you guys.
Bing bong.
So don't go making it.
So we have Cade 10 assists, KD over 30, 1.5.
Yep.
And then
Giannis. So if we take Giannis for the, let me just look at the value, because we can either do the 10 assists or the triple double. If it's the same value, then I'd rather take the 10 assists just in case. But triple doubles plus 550. 10 assists is plus 420. You guys just want to take the plus 420?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right. Uno mas. What was one other thing that we made?
We need a fourth leg. What's the value on these three?
3 is plus 98.21. Jokic, 15 rebounds, or Jokic triple double.
TD.
TD.
I can get down with it.
It's a low total though, man. 219.5.
What's his alt RA?
Me is so cool people do the alt RA.
They also don't have it.
You can't do the alter. Oh.
Yeah, they don't have it. What's the triple double?
Chef, how are you melting the cheese on there? What? Oh, the sliders. I just put them in the oven and they melted. 320, 350 for 20 minutes. They're all done. They're already pulled out. I have a child in my hand. Otherwise, I'd go grab one for you guys.
All right, so if we do Jokic triple double, it's plus 160. That gets this to plus 25,969. 696. Kevin Durant, 32 plus points. Cade over 10 assists, plus 430. Giannis, 10 assists, and then Jokic triple double, plus 25,069.6. 69.
I mean, 69.
Guys into it?
I'm into it.
I love 69.
Hey,
Kanika, is that true?
She's like, I wouldn't know.
She's like, I don't know. He's doing that with somebody else.
He keeps doing it by himself.
Had those bottom ribs removed.
You remember when that joke went around in high school about Marilyn Manson taking out his ribs? You guys remember that phase?
Yeah. That's around everywhere, eh?
I mean, that was like a really bad rumor, but then he turned out to be a groomer, so it's all good.
Yeah, he ended up being a fucking terrible human being, so it all worked out.
Fuck that guy.
There are the lottos for everybody chilling here. Take your screenshots.
This is what we cooked up on the show today, guys. As you can see, we've had fun. 2 hours, boys. We've been rocking and rolling. It's been fun hanging out with all of you guys. Thanks so much for stopping by today for your All Sauce team. For a little Saucy Sundaze edition, thank you so much to Chef T, our homie in all things. Give him a follow on the Twitter machine. So Murph, we did 10 assists. You can do the triple double if you want. The value on the 10 assists is a
I
little.
put triple double in the thing by accident. Whoops. Sorry.
Oh, I did 10 assists, but you can do the triple double if you want. The value's better, and he's probably getting 10 points and 10 rebounds. I just took the assists just because he actually had 8 yesterday, which was weird against the Mavericks. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys stopping by today. We're gonna do more of these on Sundays, so we hope that you guys want to come and hang out with us. Next Sunday, we'll be going live, talking all about the Super Bowl on Gridiron Gang, so be sure to not miss out about that. But we go live every single day on this channel, so if you guys like what you saw, give us a follow on Twitch, and you'll get the notification when we go live every single day. It's gonna be fucking rocking and rolling. We appreciate you guys stopping by. As I said, go follow our dog Chef T. Go follow at vsauce with 3 A's. Yes, we will post the 4-legger on Twitter, so you know. So that one will be the one scrolling at the bottom. The 9-legger is just for you guys in here. So get your screenshots in now. You can also watch the recording of this on Twitch when this is over. You can go check it out there. You can find it there too. So don't stress out. And you've got another hour and a bit until this first game starts. So there you go. We appreciate all you guys tapping in with us. Thanks again. Go follow Just Sook on social media. Go follow me at SweatPanJesus. Go follow all of us at Your Betting News. And go check out bettingnews.com, guys. We've got free sports betting information for you guys every single day. Try to give you guys the best information that we can and keeping the vibes as high as possible. So we're going to have more Chef T rolling through on the channel as well. So we hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with Chef Reese and the cooking and the vibes. Yeah, I know. It's coming soon. Coming soon. Gents, you got any final words for the kids before we dip up on out of here?
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me. It's always fun to actually jump on stream and cook and feel like life isn't as crazy as it has been lately. So appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Chef, for coming on.
What we're here for. All for the vibes. We appreciate you guys stopping by. You guys came for the winners and you stayed for the vibes. We will see you guys tomorrow and catch you guys later this week. Take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.
Thanks, everyone.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
what you
right
know
here.
about rolling
What you gonna do?
rolling
What you gonna do?
down in the rolling
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
what you know about